Hello everybody and welcome to, this re-upload of a live stream that you might have missed on Wednesday, or maybe you didn't catch the whole thing. So if you want to know, we live stream every Wednesday at noon Eastern Standard Time, which is like, Ontario, New York, that kind of area there. If you want to catch us live. If not, well, you can always catch the re-upload. But, however, if you're not a member, you do miss out on the pre-game show and the post-game show where I introduced our lovely guest here, Ben, who's playing Tau today, who we played a game of Black Legion against Thousand Suns, I remembered. It was Abaddon against Magnus, and it was a really fun game, 2,000 points. We did Tempest of War, and it came down to the last roll of the last game. So if you haven't checked out that game, you should check out that one. Though that's probably going to get uploaded well after this, because this gets uploaded like the next week.
Makes sense,
yeah. So you know what? Check that game out in the future when that one comes out.
It was a good one.
Yeah, it was a great game. Excellent game. 2,000 points today, however, of Grey Knights, played by myself, against Ben and his Tau, who's playing Tau Sept, specifically. And then we're doing Eternal War. We got a mission conversion. I rolled it. It was the 5th one out of the Strike Force missions, the conversion. We got 5 objectives here. As you can see, one directly in the middle. And our deployments are a search and destroy style deployments. So we're deployed in our table quarters. One there, Tau over here, and we have our 5 objectives. Hard to see all of them, but there's one here, one over by the crates, one in the middle, and then one in each deployment zone, obviously. And the idea here is with these missions is this one's just take and hold, so it's a hold more, hold one, hold two, hold more, and then the other part of the primary was making sure you control your objective, or else you lose points. You get bonus points for controlling the opponent's objective, and you get points for controlling the ones in no man's land. So like the first part and the last part of that, very hard to ever really achieve, and if it comes up, like hopefully we remember. But it's more importantly for like the no man's lands ones right through the middle there. And then for deployment here, we have the Tau deploying on this side. Why don't you go over your deployment a little bit here?
Yep. So I am mostly trying to screen out from Dread Knights teleporting onto me and making gross charges, because my only response would be to shoot at him, which then lets him just teleport away.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
he could like teleport on me, charge me, kill something, and then just like go back into the Aether, and that's really bad. Most of my stuff's pretty hidden. My tanks are pretty safe from the shooting in Luka's list, but it's mostly about, actually from back here, they can move to get line of sight on kind of this 2 firing lanes down this table.
Yep.
And from where they are, they move 12 inches. They can move into this building from where they are and kind of get line of sight whichever way they need to.
And then for my side deployment over here, I went really aggressive on my deployment. So if it punishes me, like I talked about this in the pregame, it's a game I just felt like taking today for whatever reason. And if it works out, I get into a great scoring position kind of early on in the game, which puts pressure on the Tau to really start. And if they hammer me, they hammer me. We got strike squads up here, strike squad over here with an interceptor squad, and a strike squad near the destroyed drop pod on the other end. And then purgation squads kind of hiding behind this obscuring terrain with the Nemesis Dread Knight Grandmaster, the Paladins, Calder Drago, and a Librarian, all really tucked up over there in that corner. We're going to go over armies in a minute here, too, afterwards. So yeah, and then our secondaries, if you didn't catch it in the pregame, or you're just watching the re-upload, I'm going for Purifying Rituals, so I have to perform psychic actions on objectives. I can do it with as many units as I can per turn. I score at the end of my turn, and I can only do each objective separately, and I get 1 point for 1, 2 points for 2, 4 points for 3, and then like 5 if I do 5, I believe, or something like that, or something wild like that. But I'm only really going to be doing 3 a turn. Unless I'm like so far ahead.
Yeah, the fourth one would be a little tough.
That'll be like, the game's over. If I'm doing a 4th objective with psychic actions, the game's over. Guaranteed.
Do you need to control the objective?
I have to control them.
Okay.
But if you're on them, I can still do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a world where like 5 guys get themselves killed to the ghost kills, but still get the action.
Correct. Yeah. Oops, sorry, I hit the box. And then I'm trying to do teleport strike. It's 4 points at the end of every battle round if I kill one of Ben's units with a unit that either arrived from teleport strike or shunted somewhere or used Gate of Infinity. So I have that available to me. I could probably get that for 2 turns with my Grand Master in Dread Knight armor, but the second time he does it, he's dead. So I have to play that one kind of cautiously and try and plan that out per turn. That might be like a late game kind of thing.
And I definitely have some things with redeploys where I can try to, if Luke is going first, really make sure anything that's like loose to that is just like not available.
Correct. Not ideally available right away. I have a couple Terminators in reserve to maybe show up and try and get like a lucky charge with a little bit of support from a character nearby per se.
Does that work for teleport strike?
Yes, that counts towards that as well. So any type of weird redeploy.
Any redeploy? Awesome.
Yeah. And then the last one I went for was just bring it down. So if I kill like the flyer and like the hammerheads, I'm in a great spot. Yep. But there's like, and there's the devilfish
and the ghost kills.
Oh, the ghost kills. That's right. They
I actually give up a lot for that one.
Okay, yeah. So if I'll get points for that if I'm playing the game. Essentially, if I'm killing the things that I need to kill because they're going to kill me. And then what were your secondaries?
So I took up Horde the Witch because there are Psychers in my opponent's army. There's a lot of them, and I don't have any in mind.
Very fair.
If I'm not killing 5 or more of his units this game, it's really I've lost. So we have to take that one anyway. Taking Deploy Aerospace Relays because that's a really, really good Tau secondary. As actions I need to do at the center of each table corner. It's pretty generous with how close you actually need to be there. You can do them all at the same time. They autocomplete at the end of the game, and it caps at 15. That's
pretty good.
Yeah, last one is Decisive Action, which is I need to control 3 objectives, but I have to control at the end of my turn, and it's only active for the turns of my tactical philosophy.
Correct. Yeah.
Monka is 1, 2, 3. Calgon's 3, 4, 5.
And that's a pretty that should be relatively easy to go for. That's when you're playing the game mostly, right? That's ideal.
Yeah, because when your tactical philosophy is active, your efficiency is way up.
And then if I had to recall, Monka was like you can move and ignore certain things, and you get to roll rolls of 1.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Monka is when I shoot, even if I advance, I'm treated as stationary.
Correct. Yes.
If I shoot the closest thing with an 18 on 1, 12 on 2, 9 on 3, I reroll 1s to wound.
But they lost the AP part of it.
Yeah, there's no more AP on that.
Yeah.
Calgon is I can fall back and shoot at -1.
Correct.
And on
exploding hits.
Yeah, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah,
it's
that's
exploding
right.
on 6s, and then 5s and 6s, and then 4 5s and 6s.
Yeah.
Also, my Warlord trait says if I pick Calgon, I redeploy 3 things instead of 1.
Correct.
There's a Warlord trait for Monka, but I didn't take it.
That's like is it the stratagem I'm thinking of where you get to like forward move Monka kind of thing?
No, so Monka is the Warlord trait for Monka.
Yeah.
Is you get you pick a unit, they get full rerolls to wound, a core unit. They get full rerolls to wound if they're within 9 inches of their target, but it's 12 inches if you pick Monka.
Oh, okay, so you get an extra 3 inches.
So I didn't bring any crisis suits, and Fire Warriors are good, but they're not fast enough to consistently be like
skew into that, right?
We're not getting fast enough to like push them within 9 inches of grenades. The thing you're thinking about is actually the Devilfish, which has
right?
It's actually not a strat. It's on the data sheet. It has 2 different abilities. If I pick Monka, it scout moves 6 inches.
Yeah.
If I pick Calgon, it can drive off the table.
Gotcha, to show up later as like from reserves.
Yeah, it can go into reserves.
All right, well, fair. And then for the Grey Knight side, we have our tide. So I choose I manipulate the warp on the battlefield, and I get like a tide of warp energy that either protects me, helps me in an offensive manner, or it like just does some random stuff. I will be hanging out in Tide of Shadows probably for the first little while here, while I try not to get my entire army shot off the table right away. Even though we have a lot of obscuring terrain, I'm playing a little more recklessly to try and get on the objectives.
It's a little bit of an aggressive deployment.
It's probably one of the more aggressive ones I've done in a while. It's a dumb risk, but whatever. We're gonna take it.
One important note actually about my deployment too is that I have a Breacher team and a Strike team that are both in Outflank. I spent a CP on that.
Okay, yeah.
Normally I would put 2 Breachers in Outflank, but that's 10 power levels, so that's 2 CP.
Yeah.
But Strikes are only 4, so it's a 4 and a 5, so you can
that
go
works.
for 1.
And that's why Ben's at 1. I'm at 3. I have 2 relics and a warlord trait. No, I have 2 warlord traits and a relic. That's where I'm at 3. And I'm not putting anything in strategic reserve.
What are those warlord traits?
Yeah, so our warlord traits are first in the fray on the Grandmaster in Dread Knight armor. In fact, I didn't go over this in the army showcase because I didn't have them picked when I was talking about my army stuff. And then he's got the relic that allows him to redeploy once he's targeted by a shooting attack. First in the fray gives him +1 to advance and charge rolls, and then that gives it to other core nearby as well. So he can gate and then get a slightly easier charge. And then the warlord trait on the librarian gives him a little aura of he himself is core and characters and other Grey Knight units within 6 are core as well. It's not core, obsec, objective secured. So like the purgation squads can be objective secured, the paladins can be objective secured, things like that. In fact, I don't know if paladins are already obsec. I don't think they are. I think it's just the terminators and the troops. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the armies so you can get a further idea of what we're actually bringing in today's game. And wish me luck. All right, we're bringing out the Grey Knights today for this 2,000-point match against my opponent, Ben, and the Tau, because we haven't seen them in a while. I wanted to try them out with Armor of Contempt as well. Leading it all, we have a Grand Master in Nemesis Dread Knight armor. We have a hammer on him, as well as a Dread Knight teleporter. And we had the points to give him that Gatling Silencer and the Heavy Incinerator. Now, other HQ choices, we have a Brotherhood Librarian with a Force Sword and a Stormbolter, and Kaldor Drago. Whenever I dabble in these guys, I like to run name characters when I play my off army, so just fun to play with him. We'll see what he's able to pull off today. Moving on to troops, very simple. We have 4 strike squads. 2 of them have halberds, 2 of them have swords. No other upgrades other than that. They're minimum size squads as well. And we have 2 Brotherhood Terminator squads. The Justicards have swords, the rest of the units have halberds. And there is a silencer in each squad because that's what the model's modeled with there. If you think the list looks weird, it's because it's our old 7th edition Grey Knight list, and I'm working with what we have. A unit of 5 paladins with a mix of weapons, as you can see. A demon hammer on the Paragon, a sword, a warding stave, a couple of silencers in there with halberds. We have a single interceptor squad and 2 purgation squads with side cannons and heavy support.
So I'm bringing 1 battalion from Tau Sept. My warlord is a Cadre Fireblade. He has exemplar for the Kauyan, which is the redeploy warlord trait. He's got 2 drones attached to him, but they're both marker light drones. My other 2 HQs are Commander and Coalstar. He has 3 airbursting fragmentation projectors and then the prototype flamer. He's taken the warlord trait, Precision of the Hunter, so he gets through all of his hits and wounds. And he also has the Honor Gauntlet, which is the special melee weapon. Third HQ is just Long Strike. For troops, there are 2 10-man breacher teams and 3 10-man strike teams with no upgrades on any of them. In the elite slot, we have 2 Ghost Keels loaded out exactly the same way. They both have all of the fusion options and also the early warning overrides, so they're firing Overwatch and 5-ups for no command points, and then 3 stealth suits with no upgrades on them. Heavy supports, there's 3 hammerheads, again, all loaded out the same way, 2 smart missile systems, and a railgun. There's 1 Sunshark bomber as a flyer, and then for transports we have a Devilfish with just the gun drones.
And we're back. Those are the armies we're going to be playing with today. I forgot to mention that I'm also the ward makers. That means my minus Drago and minus the Paladins, because they are honored knights, or they have a keyword that they don't fit into a certain brotherhood. My other characters get to swap out their psychic powers for a command point, and then my units have access to a psychic power that picks one of your units, and they don't get to benefit from any auras that the rest of your army would provide. If that comes up, I didn't bother taking the warlord trait because it didn't seem worth it, and I randomized the ward makers because I didn't know what to pick. They're all weirdly good. There's a couple that are worthless, but they're all weirdly good in their own way, and they all could have been useful, and I didn't want to spend time thinking about it, so I randomized it. So I'm sure some of you appreciate that. Anyways, we're ready to get this game going. Are you ready to get this game going?
I think so.
All right, so we're just a straight roll off and see who goes first here. The high roll takes it.
Oh boy.
A 6. That's hard to beat. Oh, we get to reroll.
Alrighty.
Ho ho! What do we get instead? A 2.
That's not as high.
Oh, a double 6. Okay, so Grey Knights do get to go for turn 1. Not like going turn 1 is overly good. It just doesn't punish my aggressive deployment as much.
Yeah, it'd be real bad if you 1 second. All right, so this is where I pick my tactical philosophy.
Yep.
It is going to be Kauyan.
Oh yeah.
So that means I get to redeploy 3 of my units. They can redeploy into Outflank, which I think one of them is going to.
And while you're doing that, I'm going to totally look at my tide rules.
That's fair. So I'm going to pick up actually these 10 Fire Warriors and put them in Outflank.
Because I'm going to go shadows no matter what, even if I have to do it before you know who goes first. That's sort of the first battle round. All right. The only way to change it now is with warp shaping, but that's cool. Yeah, we're going to go Tide of Shadows, and I probably wouldn't really extra range weapons, and probably Tide of Convergence, realistically. Tide of Celerity is kind of nice, but I'm going to warp charge value. The attempt has been made manifest. Tide of Escalation. I'm not even going to bother worrying about that one. So Tide of Convergence and Tide of Shadows is all I really care about for now. Tide of Celerity could be kind of clutch on turn 2 if I'm going to go for a weird bunch of charges. We'll see how I feel about that. So Tide of Shadows, if anyone's curious, is if my Grey Knights are shot at by an attack more than, I believe, 12 inches away, they count as having light cover. However, if they already have if the unit already has light cover, they'll get light and dense cover instead. So I should help to some degrees. To some degrees.
So redeploys are pretty minor. Those 10 Fire Warriors get pulled off the table.
Bye-bye.
And then Hammerhead over here is coming over here. And this Devilfish is just going to sidle up a little bit more, mostly prevent this guy ever being in danger to teleporting Grey Knights.
Right, yeah. All right. We're going to go ahead and go first, I guess. I have nothing to really do in the command phase other than gain a command point. I have to do this on my phone, so I apologize. I'm not being rude and we're doing random things. I swear I'm actually doing command point stuff. So I'm up to 4 command points. You're up to 2 command points because our generals are on the table.
Yes.
That's the other part of this mission.
Chat's asking about, or not asking about, Kauyan. Yeah, everyone used to play Mount Kai, and before the nerfs to it, it was just, you had to. AP was
yeah, it was dumb. It was, I always liked to imagine when the book first came out, reading it, that the experienced player would go Kauyan and the Monka player, and the less experienced player would go Monka, but the stats on Monka were so powerful that
yeah. So it wasn't like you had to go Monka. I had played 2 games with it before I went Kalyan.
Okay, yeah.
And like, but it was like very specifically, it was like, the third redeploy is really gonna like be extremely good here. Now with the big thing actually, I think that makes Kalyan so much better now is the secondary changes.
Yes.
So the fact because multiple Tau secondaries interact with if you pick Mount Ka and Kalyan.
Yes.
So now if you pick Kalyan, you can have like a bunch of secondaries that are all just like, we'll score all the points at the end of the game. So now against something more aggressive like this, where you just have obsec stuff kind of just all over the table, it's going to take me a while to whittle that down. I don't have to be trying to figure out how to get all your obsec off the middle of the table while simultaneously worrying about scoring points.
Yeah, exactly that. Okay, fair. That makes sense. This is the first time I've ever actually fought against the Kalyan, so we'll see how it goes. I want to see those exploding shots. If it, for me, I'm like, oh, thank goodness, I'm not going to be like annihilated right away. I'll just be annihilated later on. You're just going to delay my annihilation. I like it.
The damage output is really high in later turns.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, I can kind of imagine. So it starts on 6s, 5s, then 4s. Like turn 5 is every 4 to hit is 2 hits.
And it's always 1 foot closest target. Closest eligible target.
Oh, you still have to fire the nearest guy? Okay, that's fair. Still, pretty good though.
Yeah, closest eligible is important because hammerheads can get a little bit weird because they can have closest eligible targets that are 2 different targets for their different weapons because some need to see and some don't.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's true. Yeah, I guess that gets a little messy with it too. Right, well, I'm not really going to do anything too heavy in the command phase other than gaining those points. I'm going to go right to movement phase. And we are going to start by moving. I've already put a lot of my strike squads in position to be able to get onto objectives right away, because without advancing, because I want to do psychic actions. Though I'm pretty sure you can advance and do psychic actions normally. You can't advance and do regular actions. Psychic actions are pretty much just a psychic power in a lot of regards. There is a few subtle differences, but for the most part, we are just going to have these guys. And we're going to go in the ruins with them, because why not? Realistically, because they could all make it past that little threshold here. So we're gonna make it so you go there, and then these are the interceptors. So they don't actually jump like with the jump pack. They like deatomize and reatomize over here. Essentially, I don't know exactly how they do it. I never read into it too deeply, but that's what I'd like to imagine they do. So they're all gonna hang out in this footprint over here, boop. And they will be performing a ritual later when that pops up. This strike squad over here is going to begrudgingly advance, and they're going to be very not happy about it. 1. That just goes to show how not happy they are with that. Okay, well, they're going to move forward. They're 7, and they're gonna try their best to make it over there. Not that it's going to go super well for them, mind you. 7 will take the Justicar over here. We're going to have this guy like just hang out in the cover, I guess, and maybe like that'll help or something. I don't know. The whole unit has to be benefiting from light cover to also get the dents from the shadow, so it's not going to be great overall. We are going to have the strike squads in the middle right here. Bloop, bloop, there's 2 of them. They're going to move forward onto the objective. They are going to advance it as well because they're not going to shoot their guns. So this squad here will advance and move 1, and the squad, they're going to go 7 forward, and the squad beside them will advance and go 8 inches. Glorious movement. I played Kalyan once, says Steelman F. Tabled my opponent before it even came up. Lovely Tau. See, that right there, that sounds like a game lost in deployment.
Yes, that could be interesting.
Which this could have very well and easily been me. So the footprint's kind of like that. So we're going to go a little bit deeper in just for these guys to make it in.
Okay.
Just to hang out here. Not in love with, you know what? Let's see how your first turn goes. Then these guys are just going to move up there as well.
Just so they're in the building?
These ones are going to be, they want to stay out of the footprint, yeah. Okay. So they're not going to be, but I guess we have like technically an obstacle over here they're going to hang out on somewhat. Boom, we're there. Okay, so they both moved. This, I don't even know, I found to be honest, I have no idea why I deployed that strike squad there. That is like such a dead unit, man. Like that's crazy how dead that unit is. We're going to advance them anyways to the jaws. Another one. If I only took celerity, I could have rerolled those. Or well, I think they count as 3s.
Yeah, I mean, they did get put down there before the ghost kills were deployed, so.
That's true, that's true.
It just sort of forced me to commit to that objective.
Had I been a little bit smarter, I probably would have realized that's probably where ghost kills are going to go. You know what? It's all good. We're going to do it in the name of the Emperor, and we're going to do it for essentially what's the Deimos? I can't remember the name of the moon. Titan. Thank you. Titan. Thank you. Yes, we're going to do it for Titan. We do it for Titan, and we're gonna just hang back here a little bit further and then just pray pray that the jeez, no, you know what? They're dead. I don't care about them. They're gonna hang out over there and succumb to a horrible, horrible death. Whereas the paladins are going to advance as well. Oh man, they're so dead. You know what? I just hope we have better threats. You know what? They're technically not doing anything, so they're gonna.
But I can't just let them sit there.
Could you consider it? Could you consider it?
Well, they're obsec, right? So.
No!
Just like walk onto the objective and take it from me.
The paladins are going to go 3. No way! They rolled more than a 1. Not that the movement doesn't matter too much. I deployed in a way that I shouldn't have to worry about advance rolls too much. They get to go up to 8 inches, however. And these guys are going to go into the terrain. Like, fully shoot at them, murder them. I'm going to play all gas, no brakes today, folks. Kind of. I mean, I'm still going to be reserved in some regards.
It's an aggressive plan against Tau.
Yeah, it's just, you know what? I think the last, few... That's the problem with, the job, too, sometimes. You play so many games that you don't want to do the same thing over and over and over again.
That's fair.
So I'm gonna play this and get, maybe punished rather hard, but I'll let some last while that happens. So the Paladins move forward there. Some are on the objective, some are not. Galdor Drago... he's got Gate of Infinity. You could just oh yeah, let's go, baby, and then just pop out. However, we're not going to do that. Oh man, first time I could actually watch one of these live. Well, welcome, Bot One. I like your name. The Drago will go an extra 6. Oh, look how fast he is, everybody. He's just so ready to get into the fray. He doesn't have first in the fray, but he's still ready all the same. 11-ish? He could go to there. I think I just want him to go kind of to there. Yeah, he should be relatively safe-ish there. And if anyone's curious, he's under the building. He's right there underneath this point. Boop, boop, boop. He's right beside some paladins who you can't really see right now. But I can fix that in but a moment using the power of cameras. And the power is not great. Yeah, you can kind of see it. So that is the kind of position they're in. You got Drago right here, as you can see. Bloop, bloop, bloop. He's got the different kind of base. They're all hiding in the terrain there. And we are going to continue moving. However, all I got left is the Dread Knight. The Dread Knight's probably going to hold back until turn 2. He's just going to stand still. And the Purgation squads, unfortunately, from where they are. I almost wish they could just gate themselves. Well, I guess I could gate them and send them off and try and get some shots somewhere. But I wouldn't. I'd only want to do that if I had empiric dampening or something going on. Which I unfortunately do not have. So I think they're going to hide out back there too, and that will probably be the plan. We're going to Gate of Infinity to them somewhere on turn 2, and then ideally have something for empiric dampening. That Librarian that is right beside the Dread Knight here is going to advance an additional 4, because he's ready to fight as well.
Yeah, Tower, one of my favorite armies too.
What is your favorite thing about? What is your favorite thing about the Tau? What is just these are the guys, obviously I love Necrons and a lot of people hate them, so I get it.
Yeah, some of mine was definitely nostalgia for when I first got into the game. Tau was my first army. Some of these models are the first models I ever painted. So I'm a little reluctant to update some of the paint jobs. Although hopefully I've a little more skill at painting at this point. But I don't know, so a lot of it's nostalgia. I love the the mechanized super future tank, the idea of the little guy trying to fight in the world of superhumans and psychics, and we're all just these kind of under-evolved people who just our superpower is cooperation and technology.
Cooperation and technology.
Now, it's enforced cooperation because all things in 40k, it's
Nothing's great.
It's the darkest version of itself. We're sort of pheromonially controlled by the highest caste, but.
Right, I guess that is the weird twist of it, because they're probably one of the only good guys. And obviously, there's examples of humanity where it's good. There's examples of Eldar where it's good as well. I guess no, theirs is kind of weirdly indoctrination as well.
Yeah, theirs is weird. There's also some sort of mind control thing going on. Chat's pointing out that Drago is a chapter master, so he gets to chapter master someone. Although
I didn't care to. Sorry, I should have said I didn't care to do that.
I don't think there's a.
I'm not shooting a single bullet this turn. Let me tell you. I mean, I could Gate of Infinity. I could chapter master one of the Purgation squads and Gate of Infinity to them. Let me tell you, they will not be trading up against anything they shoot at. So no, I would love to, but I'm not even too sure what I'm really going to be doing against them. I'm actually used to playing Grey Knights into really aggressive armies as well. In my experience, what if I play Grey Knights into 1,000 Suns? They want to kind of get close. They want to smite you. They want to get within 18. So that's something I'm used to doing. So like they get close, I empiric amplification them. I hit them with side cannons and a charge, shoot, all that stuff. You're going to stay very far away.
That's actually one of my favorite things about one thing in terms of gameplay with Tau is they're so adaptable. With Monka and Cao Yun being basically polar opposites, and now that they're both balanced against each other, like I just. When people deploy aggressively, I'm like, okay, I can play defensive. And when people play defensive, it's like, okay, I can play aggressive and punish that.
Right.
And you can just do both. And the fact that you can do both is sweet.
And if anyone's curious, I would technically do the Paladins if, for whatever reason, Ben charges my Paladins. They will get to reroll all hit rolls.
I won't be doing that.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. So no bullets, but what about side bolts? Sorry, no psychic bullets either. Not a single bullet will be shot this turn. We are going to probably conclude our movement there. I'm trying to think of I'm trying to attempt on how to move one of the purgation squads. I grabbed my book for a reason too, and I don't know why. So that's just gonna be put back down there.
Like secondary?
I think maybe that. I think it's cast on a 4 or a 5. I was gonna look that up eventually.
I got it.
Thank you. I think this squad might just move over here, just for the sake of moving over there. What's the range on the ghost keels?
They move 12. The big gun's 24. The little guns are 18.
So 36-ish. So move 12. I mean, they're not.
Everything's Melta.
Yeah. Okay. Well, these guys are gonna move 6 over this way. And this purgation squad, that is. They hang it over here. They're not gonna go into the ruins. They're gonna skirt this side of the ruin. And the other purgation squad back there. Oh, I know what I want. I was going to look up Gate of Infinity, if I could just Gate of Infinity them later on or something.
Yep, that's Gates. Gate I know is a harder one. I think it's an 8. That Ritual's a 5, and it's 1, 2, 4.
It's 1, 2, 4, yes. That's pretty good if I get that. It's 1, 2, 4, 6, yes. I was curious what the 4 was worth. But we're going to go with Gate of Infinity. I want to see Gate of Infinity is pick a unit within 18 not visible. Okay, yeah. I was curious how far away I could be to gate like a purgation squad or something.
And then actually, Chessing SMS probably ignore their Tide of Shadows. What's the exact wording in Tide of Shadows?
They SMS do ignore the Tide of Shadows. It's light and dense cover.
All right. So is it? All right. So I only ignore light. Is it you get dense if you're in light?
Yes.
Okay. So then you lose both.
Yeah.
Okay.
SMS ideally will be firing out of line of sight though. So it should, and SMS have typically whatever. I got my full save against anyways. I think. Right?
These guys. Yeah. I mean these guys are in that building. Right?
So these guys are in the building. Yeah. So if you're not within 12, they'll have dense cover in addition to their light cover.
Yeah. Well, they lose the light, right?
They lose the light.
Yeah.
And then
do they need to have light to
get
dense
I see what you
guys? I think
that's the question. Gotcha. Well, the one I'm mostly worried about is the everything but the smart missile system. So or even the pulse rifles and everything as well. Tide of Shadows, more than 12 away. If every model unit already you have to receive the benefits of it. So yeah, you would.
So SMS would go through that.
Yeah, SMS goes right through it. It's the not the SMS I'm too concerned about, but it's good to know that I actually assumed SMS ignored all benefits of cover, not just light.
Nope, just light.
So I was going into it assuming SMS already ignored that. So we're gonna go on to the psychic phase. We are going to start with the this strike squad right here. Well, I'll go overhead here. The strike squad in the middle is gonna cast Purifying Ritual on this objective, or they're gonna attempt it. They pass. So that's one. They purify that site. They have to purify it throughout the entire battle. So I can keep doing that every turn to get points. This Interceptor squad is going to attempt a Purifying Ritual over here. Any amount of units can do this psychic action a turn. And then I get bonus points based on the amount I do it. So they purify this objective. And then we're going to have the the Librarian, I guess. Oh, we'll have the Grand Master. He'll purify the objective he's on. He passes. There we go. So all 3 objectives are purified. That's going to be worth 4 victory points at the end of this turn, because I got 3 of the objectives purified. However, we do have more psychic abilities to shoot off there. We are going to go ahead and do Armored Resilience on the Paladins. So Paladins are unique because every other unit that's not like a character has to have like Hammer Hand or like Astral Aim or whatever. They have a power built in. They get to pick those. So they have. I think I took Armored Resilience. That's what I'm going to be casting.
The good one.
They know Smite. They don't know the Wardmaker one. But they also know, they take 2 powers. What did I take? I think it was like Purifying Flame.
Okay.
Just in case.
That's like a close range mortal wound power.
No, it was Hammer Hand. I took Hammer Hand. It was Hammer Hand instead. Cool. Yeah. So it was Hammer Hand and, if anyone's curious on the powers, I didn't even say that during the thing because I didn't pick them. Still building, we got a Michael here. Still building my Tau. But models are hard to come by since I'm one of the since I'm one of 5 Tau armies being built in my area. Oh, I see. So like the stock is limited. The Warhammer store ran out of codexes and only had a single broadside and a ghost keel. Oh, wow. Okay, I guess that's actually a problem I've never actually considered. Like small, like local gaming stores, and like everyone wants to play Space Marines.
That's fair.
So like the Space Marine stock is low.
That's funny.
I guess that's a weird concept. Like like that's what do you have for your Tau so far? Like do you have like a patrol going, or are you like 1,000 points? Or are you just like grabbing whatever you can get? Like Vespid, I'll buy that. Like like whatever. That's Tau stuff.
I love broadsides. It's one of my favorite models.
Which one? The big rail guns or the
both? Either.
Oh, it doesn't matter. You just like the big suit.
I like the idea of like the smaller, more compact, like slow-moving, heavy firepower suit. That's really cool.
Yeah.
With what happened to them, losing core and going up 10 points and just missing out on a bunch of buffs and stuff. It's not even that I don't like them for their points anymore, but it feels bad giving up a hammerhead slot for a broadside.
It's for me when things I don't like it when things don't interact well with the book. When like broadside should very clearly be core.
Yeah,
that's a very core part of the Tau army. Unfortunately, the synergies there are quite powerful. So like they have to figure out some other weird way to do it. I don't know. It just feels weird when I don't like when certain things don't interact well with the book. Like what's something that's not core that's always bothered me. Like certain like Necron things. Now pretty much the entire Necron army is core now, but back in the day it bothered me.
The Necron stuff was clearly like this stuff should be core.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, broadsides losing core is a little interesting because it was like crisis suits were clearly the problem and like broadsides kind of got hit for that. But I don't blame GW for being wary of like giving buffs to a faction to like giving buffs to like bad things in a faction that's like overperforming because like we saw with like the Drakari homunculus stuff. Like I think they learned their lesson. It's like we don't want to. We'll wait for the win rate to dip before we think about giving broadsides back anything. Yeah, exactly. And if they get their core back, that'd be great. Then Lists can start incorporating them again, and then like it's the nature of Tau. It is what it is. Like it's just a shooting army. A lot of people don't like to fight shooting. Like like they like the idea of it. It's a cool idea, but once they put it on the table and they deploy improperly or they get punished for it, then it's like Tau aren't fun to play against. It's a shooting army. It's the only phase they do movement and they do shooting. Essentially. Yeah, essentially. Yeah, so we got two teams of Breachers. Yeah, Breachers are sweet. Breachers are awesome. I like Breachers, especially in the Devilfish, just for that like that Monka style, like boom in your face, like breaching clear, do as much damage as I can do, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, well, it doesn't. But you tried. So the Paladins inside of here are going to attempt armored resilience on themselves. I know I was going to explain all my powers. I'll explain them when I get to the unit, I guess. So they have that. That probably works on a 6. Grey Knights don't get +1 to cast, they get +1 to deny the witch test, which makes them different than their counterparts, the Thousand Suns. Armored Resilience is 6. Look at that. +1 to their armor saving throw. So they're in light cover and they have +1 to their save. And they can pop that 1 CP or 2 CP strat to make them a little more durable as well. If it's like armor or silvered steel, I believe it's called. Silver star or something like that.
Yeah, exactly that. Kaldor Drago knows Vortex, Teleport, or Gate of Infinity, and the last one was Purifying Flame, I believe. And then the Librarian knows Warp Shaping to change the tide, and then he also knows Empiric Amplification. Oh, sorry, no, he doesn't know Purifying Flame. They both know Empiric Amplification. And then the Nemesis Dread Knight knows Gate of Infinity as well as Empiric Amplification. Just everyone's got Empiric Amplification. And in fact, Drago actually does have. They all have Empiric Amplification. Just because it's like so critical in some regards to have, and I just need to have it in certain spots, and it keeps it easier for me to remember. And everything else has their own psychic powers built into what they already have. So that's like essentially it. Like I'm not really doing anything else there. I don't have any ways to. I could try Hammer Hand and stuff like that, but you're not going to charge me. So what I care about rerolling wound rolls.
I'd go for you, my perils.
I'd rather not. I'd honestly rather not risk the perils.
Exactly.
And then I'm very tempted. Like I'm always very tempted to Gate of Infinity into a Vortex of Doom, and like I did it. I did the thing, and now I lost my character. Not ideal. I'm not gonna throw the game like that for you guys. So I'm gonna end my turn there. Boom. Unfortunately, it is what it is. But I do gain 4. I still think the best models Tau have are Crisis Suits. I think so too. I think Crisis Suits are cool. If I had to pick a thing, it'd be Crisis Suits.
Yeah, I think
Fire Warriors. I really like Fire Warriors too.
I think Crisis Suits are very, very good. Like we're talking from like a power level competitive perspective. Right. Crisis Suits are excellent. I'm not in love with how much like you're not just playing for all the Crisis Suits. Crisis Suits are also very reliant on like there needs to be an ethereal and like usually at least 2, if not 3 other types of commanders with their buffs on them. And I'm not saying any of that stuff's bad. That's great. You can make some like really gross units. I just wanted to try out some more like some different stuff. Because like Hammerheads are certainly excellent and the Fire Warrior teams with their strats and stuff are still very strong. But yeah, Crisis Suits are definitely nuts.
Essentially that. Yeah, my brother can't seem to beat me with Tau when I play Grey Knights. Interesting. Well, it all depends on like Tau are like as much as you like to imagine to sit there and shoot you, it does take like actual good position, and if you're out of position for even a second, you're dead. They're so fragile. Even though like they, I guess are they that fragile? I think they're pretty fragile compared to like other armies, like Armor of Contempt and all
I
that
don't
stuff.
find them to be like particularly squishy. They have all of their stuff just has like 2 more wounds than you'd think it would. Like every vehicle's 14 wounds. And
yeah, I guess there's that.
Crisis Suit bricks are like, I mean, they're like 20 wounds for 5 guys. Like it's pretty good.
Yeah. Armageddon, kind of the tree AP1 is 0 instead of modifying so AP2 shots and the guard vehicles are a random thought. Okay, that's fair. Pure strain. Well, for my secondaries, I get 4 points for purifying the ritual sites. Because I did 3 of them. I didn't kill anything with a teleport type move, so I don't get any points for that, and I didn't kill any vehicles. So that's it for me there. I'm going to modify my score to 4, and we're going to go on to turn 1 for the Tau and Ben.
Keep in mind, you got the +2 for holding the objective outside your deployment zone.
That's right, the secondary there, yeah. Oh, I got to write that down in my booklet.
Just a heads up, I actually missed the username, I think it's scrollable, do I? For the Armageddon thing, Armor of Contempt doesn't stack with other things that ignore AP.
Yeah.
So that actually wouldn't, so just be a heads up, like that wouldn't work. They don't ignore AP2.
I think,
because they treat AP -1 as AP0, Armor of Contempt doesn't stack with rules like that.
I guess I read it as like because people don't like Armor of Contempt, like a better way of like, oh no, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
no,
he's like the best usage of it.
Yeah,
it just doesn't stack with it.
I thought, because there was a big argument when Armor of Contempt first came out, especially for the Death Guard Demon Prince, with like you can take the Warlord trait where he treats AP1 and 2 as 0, and then AP3 become AP2, which becomes AP0 and is 2 up armor save. And then the argument was that type of ability never modifies any saves, and I don't think there was like typically any official ruling for it, but all the tournaments and all the communities everywhere agree that that technically modifies a save, so
yeah, for sure.
Can't be used. Yeah, I was definitely on the other side. I'm like, technically you never know. Maybe it does look that way. My Death Guard need to be better anyways. Scoring it. How does this one exactly work? 'Cause I know you just get 2 points for taking a middle objective, but is there more to it than that? All right, at the end of the player's turn. That's right. It's just 2 points for no man's land. 1 point. You lose a point if you don't take your own, and all that fancy, good, fun stuff.
Trying to play this with like line of sight things and realizing that I do better off by hiding you with just range things.
True. Very true. Where's my pen? My writing device. So bloop.
So they're gonna move like this.
Oh, and then you have nothing to do in your command phase?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I do have command phase things. That's a good point. Yep. So this guy, my Color Fireblade, is gonna go ahead and give these guys real ones to hit because they're a strike team, and then the long strike can give a hammerhead basically a marker light. It treats all of its targets as if they have a marker light on it.
Right.
That's a 9-inch thing because Tau Step increases the range. So it's gonna pick this from hammerhead.
I love those. Shame no Dominator Projector on your commander would have strike and Swipe Squads a lot.
Yeah, Dominator Projector is sweet, but
you don't typically play into like so much MSC, right?
No, I mean that's not that at all. I would take it if I had 2 commanders, but I have
cool.
1, and he needs the flaming fist, the thermonutronic projector.
Boop, boop. I'm at 5 command points and you're at 3, eh?
Yep.
Fancy.
All right, so I have in terms of my secondaries, 2 of them aren't really doing anything right now, because both the aerospace relays and decisive action aren't scoring yet.
Yep.
So it's really just kill psychers, and even then, like, I can kind of do that whenever. So it's really more about preventing terrible things from happening to the primary differential. I am not going to be able to take a 3rd objective unless I throw this devilfish at that objective with all the guys in it, which I might actually do. And I basically am obligated to shoot you off of that objective because if you score 15, it's bad, or 12, it's bad.
Yeah, it's fair. Very fair. Thoughts on T-Sun's new secondaries and a list of just rubrics and SOTs.
Scarab Cult Terminators.
Scarab Cult, yeah.
That's
all I was playing before, technically.
Yeah. I'm really into it. I love both those models, and I plan on I'm going to try and put a list of most of those things on the table when I do another.
One of Ben's other armies. He plays the Thousand Sons of Tau. Just those 2 specifically. Thousand Sons of Tau.
I've various chaos stuff.
Okay.
Like I said, I got into the game with just like Tau, but then I kind of picked up all sorts of other chaos stuff because it's not like there's anywhere to expand to from Tau. Tau is just Tau.
Tau.
They don't. Despite being the friendliest faction, they don't make friends.
Yeah. So the I personally love Rubric Marines and Scarab Cult and just like a few support characters. I never cared about I don't mind like a couple of transports here and there, sure. Especially if they get their land raider to go up to T9. and they get the 5-up invuln on it, ooh, that'd be juicy. Not that you would really need the 5-up invuln with 2-up in armor or contempt, but
I'm really struggling with this measurement because there's just like a building in the way.
it's like, yeah, well, you can the building you can move the building if you want to. Oh, or I can
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be like the back of my fish is gonna have to touch the.
Here, I can pick this up. I marked it out with dice.
Okay, cool.
Boom.
Yeah, it's just like the back of my fish needs to touch to there. So I think we're gonna be like here.
All right. Well, this is where that building went.
Yep.
Boom.
And I'm gonna spend the CP so that breachers can get out of this devilfish after it moves.
I hope you don't charge my guys. You didn't cast Hammerhand. My dudes.
No, they're not charging. We're just gonna be putting more obsec bodies on an objective than you have. And
I got like 2
shooting at you.
Yeah, 3. I got 3. Glorious 3.
We'll do that now.
And that's how many command points for that?
That's just one.
1 command point.
Actually, it's on a 3-up. I'll get it back because of my.
This is the type of command point it was.
Because of my warlord. Yeah. So I'm taking the Purifying Engram Neurochip on my warlord. So he has whenever he's a epic deed or I think it's a battle tactic strat, I get on a 3-up. I get a CP back. And I guess I'll roll that in the box when I get back over to that side. And it turns out for the Tau book, those 2 categories are almost all the good ones.
It turns out, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So here's my 3-up. I'll get it.
Very good. Trying to find where that devilfish is at. There it is.
That's not where they are. I just put them on the table.
Yeah.
Not get that far.
It's going to end up being somewhere around here, though, I suspect.
Yeah. So
Trying to give you some cool
3
shots.
out.
I got no fancy answers to this other than rock hard bodies. Ain't that right, Grey Knights? Huh. Combat debarkation is hilarious. I love the lore of them. Just tucking and rolling as the devilfish blows by. Yeah, they kind of just roll out of there, I suppose, because it's like zipping on by crazy fast off this battlefield.
Yes, I believe that's what's happening.
I hope horrible things happen. I mean, you got the command point back, you said?
I did, yep.
Nice. So 3-ups for you. Like that counts as your like battle round command point, I assume.
Yes.
Should. Yeah. So you're back up to 3. Congratulations.
And they move 6. So I'm just gonna put them touching the building. So we'll get more guys onto it.
Yep. So anyone touching the ruin can see through it and shoot through it.
And we're gonna get real close to these Grey Knights, which is.
I have no weird hero conventions you have to worry about. Green.
Alright. It's mostly just to get all their shooting attacks in. Scotch have to come over here because he's not touching the building, so he can't see through it.
Right. You know what? I should probably look at just take a peek at my man Drago there to see what he's got going for him. So this is can't really see too well because the giant crates there, but that's where they disembarked to where the Grey Knights are in this general area. There's no real good camera angle for that one, unfortunately. I want to see, maybe I can get one over here. It's a cool shot, but there's a stupid rhino in the way on the other side of it now. Cursed rhino, griefing me as always. Oh, I get a shot with that devilfish in the background there.
I'm actually not going to be doing the action with these fire warriors over here.
Something like that.
Because I think they want to just be shooting at these guys.
So these fire warriors, where are they coming from? They're just walking out.
They're just walking.
Yeah. Hey, boys. Yeah, so these fire warriors over here coming out from the terrain. And they're going to be taking some shots at my interceptors because they got really long range guns. That's just kind of how it works.
I don't think quite the whole squad's going to see. Because I do want to leave some room for the hammerheads to move up.
All right. I don't think there's anything too weird on my guys other than the fact rights of battle on that guy. Supreme Grand Master. I'm Calder Drago. Yep, that is exactly what I thought. These are Space Marines. these are Space Marines.
And actually, you know what? I'm realizing that I can either get the fire warriors to be shooting, or I can have the hammerheads be shooting. And fire warriors are not equivalent to hammerheads, so the fire warriors are in fact going to be not doing that.
That's fair. Super fair. Question for Ben from Michael Dolan. Can you stack Invocation of the Elements with Pure-Tide Engram Neurochips to get the +1 CP and the refund, or do you should only really get one?
No, you only get one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just a core rule of the game.
That's just a match play thing, yeah.
Can't get more than a...
The only thing that supersedes that right now is the Battleforge CP bonus changing to every command phase.
And Knights.
That's right, Knights beat that too. Yeah, they have a specific...
Both versions of Knights, Imperial and Chaos, have something that just lets you kind of just get more CP than you would normally be allowed to.
May these Grey Knights, these interceptors, live forever. I want to hear, chat. I want to hear you say, let these interceptors who are looking down 2 hammerheads live forever. And you can fall back, shoot, and charge with vehicles, I assume, with CPs or something of the sort.
Me?
Yeah. No, nothing like that. So if I charge them, they just have to fire their gun in the combat.
Into combat.
Yeah, which is still pretty good. Not even one to hit, I assume, but that's like not even that bad. Okay, because it's not blast. Yeah, it's not blast. What am I looking up? I'm looking up a stratagem. I want to see that armor of silver steel.
He does not move that far.
He can move as far as you want him to.
It's more cinematic. I'm pointing at you. It's technically correct that he's going to be shooting backwards.
I love technicalities. Oops. So many options. Yeah, I like how they give me these 30 stratagems, but only 4 of them.
So
I really like it.
Is in the building.
It's the nature of the beast, I suppose. I technically have a zone of war. I bought the paladins a staff just to give them access to a 4-up invulnerable save, but I just don't think it's going to be like worth it, especially against the hammer. The only way they're going to get to a 4-up is if they're getting shot by a hammerhead, and that also ignores invulnerable save. So there's like, whatever. I paid a few points for it. It's not going to really do anything for me, but we bought it anyways.
Yeah, we'll see about the pacing of these Marines because
True
I do have I am -1 to hit them, which is a little tricky. Do you have some marker lights that I can shoot at them?
No marker lights, please. I'd rather that not happen. I hope the railguns turn those Marines into paste. Well, obviously we have a Tau community watching right now. All right, you know what? That's fine. They're dead. They're dead. You know what? I hope they die too. I hope they all just die. I hope that if this is what you guys want. The Tau are going to have such an amazing turn that I'm going to lose my interceptors. I'm going to somehow lose both my strike squads to that one breacher team. I'm going to lose those strike squad guys over there. And then all I'm going to have left is a couple scoring units and some dudes in reserve. And I'm just going to go Hail Mary and try and do as much damage as I can and then lose on turn 2. It'd be glorious. It'd be a classic Tau game.
Be a little unfortunate if my calculating game didn't get to turn 3.
You know what? It happened in chat.
Yeah,
it's probably happened a lot of times.
It does happen.
If Tau shots connect, they connect, and that's just kind of, sometimes you get the bear, sometimes the bear gets you. It's just the way she goes. Oh, man. All right, so we got the Cadre Fireblade hanging out over there. I don't know if I want to use my Ward Maker thing. Like, none of your units are so, like, I assume the hammerheads don't benefit from any auras or anything like that, do they? Is that a thing?
Nope. The only thing that they get is Long Strike can give one of them a reroll a hit. Or +1 to hit. They re-roll their own hits and wounds.
Yes, they're built in, yeah.
So each one of them rerolls 1 hit, and then either 1 hit or 1 wounds.
Right.
The Tau Step thing.
Yeah.
Which
making them a heck of a lot more efficient.
Makes the railguns really good.
Do secondaries ignore the CP cap? No, they don't. Those are just a way to get those into your army. For certain armies that don't have access to that kind of stuff, or maybe you don't want to spend a command point on like a warlord trait that's not necessarily guaranteed to get you one, whereas you feel like you can get one through those secondaries through an easier means. And don't be shy if you guys want to ask questions. I'm more than happy to answer them while Ben and the Tau figure out their plan of attack this turn. May the Emperor protect, and you should be 5 smiles. Thank you. Shadeling. They should still have the cap unless they were specifically mentioned. They do. All of those secondaries have a cap. So if you like Psychic Interrogation and you roll higher than their leadership, you gain your command point, and then that is it for the battle round. That is as one example of the many secondaries I do it. But I do like the secondaries a lot more than the Nephilim pack.
Yeah, they're good.
They're really good. All the armies that like the Chaos Space Marine ones are like the Chaos Space Marine book is really good. The secondaries are so bad. Like that is the only thing holding them back right now. If they had good secondaries, they'd be an amazing army.
They redo One Piece of Mimics. I'm realizing this is a lot taller than I thought it was. He's a lot shorter than I thought he was, so he actually can't see over it.
That's fair.
So when he's there, he doesn't actually have anything to shoot at.
I'm not. That's Long Strike too. That's the guy pointing.
Yes,
that's the pointing man.
That's the best gun. So he doesn't really have the best targets anywhere. It's gonna be like one of those Grey Knights.
Let the galaxy burn. Calm down over there. No galaxy burning here. Only cold, calculated, Imperial-esque combat. Because like the Tau Empire versus the human Empire. So
he's just gonna go to there. It's not the best place, and we'll just leave a guy on the objective so I actually hold it.
Cadre.
Yep.
So that was Long Strike moving over to there instead of over here because he had no good line of sight. Cadre Fireblade staying on the objective because obviously you don't want to lose victory points.
This guy's just gonna twist slightly so he's not completely blocking Long Strike's line of sight. All right. So that's all of my movement, except for the airplane, which is the important thing because I have to move it. Mm-hmm. So the airplane's got a lot of options.
There's no ethereals in Ben's army.
None.
This is you have disdain. Are you like more of the
Farsight Enclave?
The Farsight Enclave mindset on the ethereals there?
I really like ethereals with crisis suits. They're really good with crisis.
Like mechanically, yeah. Mechanically. Narratively, how do you feel about the ethereal? Suspicious?
Oh, I mean, they're in charge.
That's it. Whatever they say goes, dog. I get it. Yeah, absolutely.
You think I'm gonna risk an ethereal on the battlefield?
No. Yeah, they're too valuable, right?
They're too valuable on the table.
They could lead from somewhere else.
Mechanically, they're really good with crisis suits. They give their buffs out to core, which in this list is like Fire Warrior teams, and that's fine. But they're not like
this list doesn't really benefit from
we're not doing anything nuts with Fire Warrior teams over here. So last two things of movement are these guys are just gonna
stealth suits going from cover to cover.
Cover to cover. Mostly just to prevent Grandmasters from flying into hammerheads. And then these guys are going to do this action here. I think my commander's just going to shoot. He could do the action instead of shooting, actually. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's going to do the action instead of shooting.
I think infantry. The biggest deciding factor here, albeit the Tau shooting is really good, is the access to the I don't know what the grenade is called, but the -2 to charge pulse thing. That's good. That's going to make my goal next to impossible.
Yeah, the infantry have a grenade that's -2 to charge that works on infantry. But if I want to give the Grandmaster -2 to charge, it's only against suits.
Okay.
So if he can charge infantry, then it's...
Sure, he's just going to be...
Between these guys and that, this is going to be not a great
place it's not going to be great. Yeah.
So we're going to do some shooting. So the first thing happens is all my marker lights go off. So I've got 2 marker lights here. They're both be going into that strike team over there.
Good luck.
So we're on 3 ups. Got them both.
Yeah, because they should be... Because it's an action. It doesn't care about modifiers or anything like that.
Yeah, there's no modifiers here. It's just...
let me get some marker light dice going for you here. I will use these little yellow guys.
I'm so sorry. I kept talking about the airplane, and I never actually moved it.
That's right! We should probably move that guy.
Yeah, it's legally obligated to.
So where else it dies? It was 2 marker lights that hit?
Yes.
So 2 marker lights.
So what are these guys over here? I'm like most interested in killing.
Whoa. Let's not assume you're going to kill anything here with this light.
Stat unit. So the airplane's actually going to be flying off the table. And going to drop a bomb on this squad on his way.
Oh, he's just out of here, right?
So he's just going out.
See ya, buddy.
This is part of Calgon area, like because the airplane coming in later, so he's
exploding heads
over him, and he'll be back
right off the table. Flew.
When the airplane comes back on, probably come back turn 3. It may come back turn 2 if there's like a safe place for it to be. When it's exploding 6s and Calgon is pretty good. Okay. But I flew over unit, so I roll 5 dice because it's 5 guys unit, and every 4 up does a more.
Take that. I'm just gonna grab myself some dice. I'm a mess.
Less exciting here because you got the feel of the pains.
Yeah, I got the Aegis. That's
just 2
mortal wounds. Well, the Aegis states that I get a 5-up save against all mortal wounds. I take that's a D20. Still not a 5 technically.
Still not a 5 up.
Oh, no damage.
Right. Somehow this.
Get out of here, you stupid 20s. Bomb.
All right, well that's the airplane. He'll be back.
He'll be back.
So
does he only have one bomb a game?
The airplanes?
Yeah. Or is it every
No, it's an energy bomb. It's not a physical thing, so it just kind of...
It just builds up energy? I mean, does it have unlimited energy?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Well,
what has 5 turns worth.
There you go. 5 turns worth of energy. I can agree to that.
Alrighty, so that's the airplane. So now we're going to start shooting. So those 2 marker lights, he's doing the action for my secondary. So he's actually unable to do... his marker lights.
Apparently there's something about coordinated engagement with your plane and your breachers. That sounds cool. I don't know what that is.
So I can pick 2 units, spend a command point. They both get +1 AP against the same target, and they have to fire all their guns at that target. I could actually coordinate engagement the breachers with
the devilfish.
If I really wanted the extra AP. The problem with doing that is the airplane ends up like kind of in the center of the table. It's only 4-up armor, so if you shoot a bunch of bolters at it, like it will die.
I get that. Okay. Are the devilfish and 3-ups?
Those 3-ups.
Okay, those 3-ups.
And higher toughness and have more wounds.
Yeah, so a little bit lighter armor to stay in the eye with it. Yeah, because it needs lighter armor. It can't be as heavy up there with you. Too much energy. You got to put energy in the bombs.
So the first thing we're going to shoot is long strike because you can see exactly one of those Marines. And if that Marine gets pulled as a casualty, then he's done shooting.
Which unit? The guy in the middle?
It has to be the guys sticking up over the rhino.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because that's the only thing he can see.
Oh, yes, the halberds.
This very guy in the back. So he's going to fire his railgun at them, and he's going to actually fire his smart missile systems also at them. But the smart missile systems can't actually see a guy in range. So those are going to be penalties to hit.
Yep, that's fair. Fair.
Actually, is the front of the unit even in range? I'm so sorry. The front of the unit's not even in range. I thought
For
it
a
was.
smart missile?
Yeah,
But
so
the railgun.
the railgun's good.
Yeah.
He has seeker missiles, but he's not going to fire them at grenades. So he is ballistic skill 3, unlike other hammerheads.
Ooh.
So he'll hit on 3s. And he'll hit.
Didn't even need it.
And he's strength 14, so this is 2s.
This is a 2.
And that's a wound. It's AP 6, so there's no cover saves.
No save here at all.
And then 3 mortal wounds.
Yeah, because they got light armor and all that, so 6, 2 up, AP 6 minus that, not good. So how many more wounds? 3?
So it's going to kill a guy because it's D3 plus 6 damage, and then 3 mortal wounds.
Word! We lose 2 guys.
All right.
Boom. Good old railgun. So that is going to be to this squad over here.
Yep.
And we're going to lose these 2. Boop, boop.
Alrighty. Next up, I'm going to fire the Breachers. I think they're just going to go into the... They're going to split fire. They're going to do half into that squad, half into the other squad.
Breachers here are going to be okay. Yep. Half into that squad, half into this squad.
Yep. There's what, 3 guys left in that squad?
3 guys. Yep, that's it. They have light cover, but those 3 have light cover. The other guys won't have any cover.
All right. I'm going to spend a CP on Breach and Clear, so they're going to get reroll all wound rolls and ignoring cover.
Well, that's fair. That works. And that brings you down to 2.
Brings me down to 2. And that is another one that's in that category, but I've already gained my CP for that.
Correct. Yeah. Oh, you just keep a bunch over there. I keep taking them as like a as a reflex. If I just take them out of the die tray, I guess right away, because I got a bad habit of just taking all the dice. Especially if I see yellow. If I see yellow, they're going my way.
3, 4.
Poor Breachers.
So here's into the 3-man squad.
Yep.
Hitting on 4s, no rerolls. Not so good.
That's a pair of hits.
In fact, really not good.
Okay, this is a squad of 3. All right.
Into the squad of 3. All right.
Yep.
Strength 6, because I'm real close to you.
That's a pair of wounds.
All right, 2 at AP 2, and you don't get cover.
Armor of Contempt makes it armor what? 4 ups. Oh, you got a guy.
All right.
And then into the squad with no cover. Well, they don't get cover anyways, I suppose. I got 2 remaining.
All right, and then into the other squad. Again, 4s to hit. A little bit better this time. It is better. And then it'll be 3s to wound, again, rerolling everything. All right, I spent a CP to reroll 1 wound roll, I guess.
Hey, we do a little bit of cover.
That's fair, that's fair.
So
4.
4 at -1, 4 up saves. And we are going to save 2 and fail 2.
Kill 1 guy.
We lost a strike squad member. That's a sword. 1 sword dead.
Alrighty. So we're going to come over here. We got a couple of railguns firing into these guys. So we'll go with this guy first. Actually, no, we'll go with him last, because he has the free marker light.
These guys over to here to here?
Yeah, so this guy's going to go from him into them.
We're going to try and keep them alive with armor, silver, and steel, but I don't know if it's going to work. It just makes it this transhuman equivalent.
All right.
But you have the reroll, so it's 2 command points as well because it's a 5-man squad. So I'm at 3. And good luck.
All right.
To me.
So I got 4s to hit because I'm +1, but I'm also -1 because you get dense cover.
Because I get dense cover,
Yep. So I'll take the marker lights down because there's just 1 left. So 4s to hit. It'll miss, but I get a free reroll from my targeting system.
Oh!
Miss.
We missed, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And smart missiles.
7, 8. So these are smart missiles. This is the part where I like smart missiles because they do ignore your cover.
Yep.
So it's actually 3s to hit. And then it's going to be 3s to wound because they're strength 5.
4s because
you're so right.
Yeah.
4s to wound.
Does it matter though?
And I get Tau Step reroll, so I'll reroll this.
Okay,
Right,
3.
So 3 AP1, which you ignore, so 3 ups.
3 ups because they ignore my light cover. You do wound 1.
All right.
I'll let you keep those over there. Try to make a habit of putting them over there. So I'll put a wound on a dude in the back.
All right. I actually didn't even measure this.
May they live forever.
They're up. Okay, so next this guy's going to shoot. He's going to shoot SMS first in the hopes of stripping that wound off before the railgun hits you.
Ah, yes.
1, 2,
Smart.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, this is going to be 3s to hit with the SMS.
Not bad. And 4s to wound.
4s to wound.
3
Pretty
of them?
good.
Okay.
3, yeah, 4s to wound because you're transhuman. 3.
3 ups. That does kill a guy. I'm going to lose him. I'm not going to use any more rerolls to keep them going. So far, the strat's okay-ish. And then you get to go with the railgun.
Railgun. So this is going to be 4s because +1, -1.
And that's the marker light gone.
Nope.
Reroll. Oh! Okay,
Alright.
the Tide of Shadows kept him alive. We dodged 2 railguns so far. Yikes.
All right, we'll hop over here to the last Hammerhead.
Boo.
He
Boo,
does
Hammerheads.
have that 2-man squad that survived the Breachers. So he's going to fire, I think he's a little closer. See if he's got range on them. That's actually really close. Am I over the front guy?
Oh, you're good. Yeah, you got the
Okay,
front
cool.
guy. Yep.
He'll fire everything at them.
And that is from, sorry, that's that
That's
hammerhead
this
there,
hammerhead.
firing at this 2-man squad of strike team there.
All right, and this is going to be 4s. All right, we'll try not to miss the third one. All right, well, it's my first miss. Reroll. Nope.
Hey, first time I've
All
seen
right,
hammerheads
1,
not
2,
hit.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Well, I guess the long strike got in.
Not the most consistent thing, but this also wasn't like mission critical targets.
Exactly,
So we'll survive. These are 3s. Oh, sorry, 4s rather.
Well, right, yeah.
And these are 3s.
Yeah. Because no...
And this is Tauseps.
Okay,
4.
4. And the same thing, these...
3 ups.
And they ignore cover, so 3 ups. Aha, you kill 1.
All right.
The smart missile's doing better than the...
I've killed more things with smart missiles this turn than railguns.
that's another sword dead.
All right, my last piece of shooting is over here with the 2 ghost kills. I'm going to fire this one first because he only has 1 guy.
So is the further one?
The closer one.
This guy here?
Yeah, because he's just got 1 guy on the
Yeah,
edge.
gotcha.
And that guy gets pulled, then he'd be done shooting. So he's going to fire first. Let me check a range real quick. Yep, he is within half range for his big gun, but not the little ones.
Let's see if I can't get a cool shot of that nonsense.
Should I just start rolling?
Yeah, you can go ahead and start
All right.
rolling.
So the big gun, 3 shots hitting on 4s. Be 2 hits, and I'm actually going to use my Tausept reroll here. This
Okay.
is the best gun. 3 hits, and it is strength
Look at
of
those
9.
6s. Oh,
Be
2s.
twos.
2s, yeah. Luck to me. 3.
All right, that's 3. It's AP 4.
And we force it down to AP3. And I don't really have cover on that, especially especially they're not really within the. If they rolled higher, I could have like licked it, but not quite. 6s. These are how much damage each?
D6 plus 2.
That's right. Make none. That kills 3 of them. Glorious. We love that. We love. I kind of put them there, not knowing what was going to go there. I suppose.
I really appreciate the damage output. The AP 4 is excellent. Kind of shorts up the fact that I put a lot of Fire Warriors in this list, so I have a lot of AP 1 and 2 that's a little middling against Armor Contempt. And the fact that they can just hide in places that don't take up real estate in my deployment is great.
Exactly.
I've also got 2 more guns. So
yes.
these are hitting on 4s, amount of rerolls for him, and they both miss. Other guy, same deal. He's out of melter range though. He actually might even have been pulled out of his little gun's range. So let me double check that. Nope, he's totally within. Well, I say totally, but it's close, but he's within.
Oh, I totally. Yeah, because the hammerheads all shot at my halberds, right? I pulled from the wrong spot. Someone pointed that out. Yeah, I pulled the sword, and I should have pulled the halberd.
Yes, yeah, I could. Yeah, I only see swords.
That's the wrong model. Pulled the sword, and I should have pulled the halberd. You can go ahead.
That's true. Thanks, Chad. All right, so this is the big gun. It's me again, 4s to hit. I'm going to use my Tausept reroll on this. Nope. And then 2s to range.
2s! That's 2. Nice. Same AP?
Same AP.
6s. Not a 1.
All right, roll these one at a time.
First guy, dead.
Kills a guy.
Second guy, dead.
Kills a guy.
Nice, you got the squad.
The whole squad. All right.
There goes my threat over there, but that's okay. That's okay. Boom, boom. We'll get vengeance.
Alrighty. I think that's it for my turn.
All right. Well, not bad. You killed a strike squad or strike squad. I do owe you morale on the squad right there.
It's a 1-man, right?
You lost 4 honored friends. That's a 9. That's probably that guy out of here as well. I'm gonna double check that. I think they're 8. I think they're 8-7s.
They might be 9s because they're like veterans, right?
Kind of. They're 7-8s.
Okay.
Are the Terminators a little bit better? They're also 7-8s, and then the Paladins are the last one to check. They are 8-9. Okay. Yeah. So he does run away. He decides he wants to go and fight somewhere else another day.
Alrighty. Yeah, that Breacher team is pretty dead, but they did their thing. I needed to flip that objective. That way I would hold 3 at the beginning of your turn so that I would not have you scoring 12s.
Correct, yeah.
So that's the one little danger of Calion is you tend to play very safe, and then sometimes you get to your turn, you're ready to go, and like, oh, my opponent's capped the primary, and I'm in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. Then your secondaries here were...
So I've completed this action here.
Yes.
My commander's doing an action over here. It will complete at the beginning of next turn, which I don't think you're going to be able to stop. I'm going to double check the characters can do that one. I'm almost positive that they can. And then my other secondaries don't actually start scoring until later. And
that's right. You killed the Psyker unit technically.
That one does score now.
That's worth.
I killed 2.
That's
right?
You killed 2 units. Are they 6? Is that 3 per or
2 per, 3 for characters?
I might as well realistically just put 50. I'm not even gonna bother tracking. I guess it's good for people to know. It's how much was it?
4 so far for that. technically I have 1 on aerospace relays, but I'm about to have 5.
There you go. 4 for Bore the Witch that turn. And then you get 2 for taking the middle objective.
And I'm like very confident the characters can do the action, but now that I'm on a stream saying it out loud, I want to double check it to make sure.
You have your codex somewhere?
People. I mean, it's going to be...
Oh, it'll be in there. That's right. Yeah, because they changed it in the codex. That's right. Nice. Blue. Word bears versus custodians. I got all these random games penned in here, and I don't. I should probably stop doing that. Nah, I like the memories. The memories are good. All right, so you are also at 6 because that scores at the end as well. Yep, but you'll get 15 for it. So I'm going to put you at 6. So a tie game for points so far as we go to the second battle round, and we both gain some command points. I'm at 4, Tower at 3. You like the Tau? Name every Tau. You like Tau, name everything. Tell me everything about them, their complete history. I swear.
I do appreciate Tau lore. It's, I love it. It's great.
All right, what do we got here for my command phase? Probably gonna want to give the that strike squad rolling all hit rolls would be kind of cool, but not necessarily the most important thing in the world.
He's good.
Okay, good. We are going to have Mr. Drago give full rerolls to, I guess, the Paladins. It doesn't ultimately matter too heavily there. So Drago, who's tucked away in here, he's going to hit the Paladins with the full reroll. I don't know if I have... That one's not lined up to that. Okay. Yeah, he'll do that, and then that's kind of it for my command phase. I'm not going to do anything else too fancy with it. We're going to go right on to movement, where I do have to try and purify these 3 sites again. I have to control the objective, which I should be able to easily enough do.
You have, what, 4 guys left in the Unit 5?
Yeah. I mean, does Drago do it to these guys? Are they within 6? Yeah, Drago's just going to do... They're full rerolls on them, because the Paladins are probably just going to run and do the action. Oh, but they have to... No, Drago's going to go with them. That's right. Okay, yeah. So we're going to go full rerolls on that squad right here. So Drago will target them. They're within 6, full rerolls. And we're going to go on the movement phase. And
just real quick, because I tracking CP, I'm at 2, correct? Or is it 3 now?
What do you got? I got you at 3.
3 now? Okay.
Yeah, 3. Got you at 3. So I'm just going to be aggressive with things because I don't know any better, and I don't want to sit back and be a coward forever. I want to go fight. So more than this unit is...
Yeah, that's actually oftentimes correct against Kalyan Tau, because you don't want to let them get into Kalyan with like the majority of their army.
So it's going to be a 6-inch charge with no negatives, without the negatives in play. So I'll do that.
Do have that strat to make it -2.
Yeah. We're just going to be aggressive. And it's like, hey, screw it. Hey, what up? We're over here now. Do I want the Tide of Shadows active still? We'll see how I feel in the Psychic phase. I'll change my mind then. Moving these guys forward. What up? We got jump packs. We're just going to advance that strike squad back there. They're going to go an extra 5. They are ready to play the game. So they're going to go up to about here, get deep into the ruins, because that Tide of Shadows could be still pretty clutch, though. You have stuff that can pop up over here. So with it's strategic reserves you're in?
So on turn 2, I can't come into your deployment zone.
Yeah, that's cool.
And
yeah, because you have to do the objectives like on the middle of the lines, kind of. Yeah, it's a weird spot. Yeah.
Importantly, though, the long edge of this mission is the player edge.
Oh, so that one is the long edge. Gotcha. That's what I thought. That's typically how they do it. This is your edge.
Yeah, what's also important, though, is that this is my edge, which means that breachers can come in within 9 inches of you, which is their short range.
Oh, yeah, more breachers is what you're saying?
So if you have infantry sitting within 9 inches of this edge, breachers can show up in their rapid fire, or their high output range.
How many breachers do you have? 2?
There's a second unit. There's 1 unit.
One additional unit? Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. So they're going to go over there. And then... we are going to have this strike squad just move forward. They're going to go and deal with this breacher team. They're going to shoot it to death, and then they're going to charge it, ideally to also death. To death to them both.
Oh, yeah, I've written them off already.
Yeah. Well, but they got the strike squad. Or the strike squad ran away, unfortunately. We're going to advance the Paladins, an additional 5. Nice. Thank you, Die. And then Drago's probably going to advance as well. I do have to try and get a kill this turn.
I kind of figured when I put the 10 guys there, you just teleport something 2 inches and kill them.
I'm probably going to try and be weirdly aggressive, like over here or something with like the Dread Knight. Then that'll be his turn to like disappear.
Yep. Just keep in mind, Ghost Kill shoot Overwatch on 5s for no command points.
Fair. Wow. I'll do it anyways.
Fair enough.
So 5 plus 5 is 10. I'm all about it. Put you up there. Since there's no way for me to really hide these guys. Well, yeah, there's ways for me to hide these guys, but... Come on now. You'll go to about there. I got 2 more paladins in there. We're going to hang out there. Just hang out about here. Just coming on out, raging. And then I got to obviously keep something back here. So that's what these Purgation Squad's going to be for. We're going to move the... We're not going to bother moving him. I don't really care about moving him. I have another Purgation Squad back here. I honestly don't even know what to do with them. We are going to... Drago's going to advance a 2. And then the Librarian is going to advance a 6.
Yeah, the Ghost Kill rule is within 18 inches or have it be the closest eligible. So if the Ghost Kills are just sticking out and there's nothing else around to shoot, you can still just shoot at them.
So Drago will hang out there, and you got a 6, did you? Did you get a 6? What did I roll over there?
What's up?
What did I roll on the advance?
Oh, I didn't. There's something in the...
You know what? I moved it. I'm going to say he goes there. It was pretty high. It was like a 5 or 6. I just went to 5 just in case.
Yep, you're good.
And then we're going to move you over this way because you're going to be attempting some fancy footwork. And if you don't get it, well, that's what you get for being a dummy, isn't it, Mr. Dread Knight? We're going to keep these guys back here. I brought this heavy weapon team to not shoot his heavy weapons and hide behind line of sight. That's kind of cool. But I guess it is what it is. So we're going to go there and keep them onto the objective.
So just a heads up with the Dread Knight, if he's there, he's very much in line.
I'm going to shunt him somewhere this turn.
Fair enough.
We're going to see if that works. We're going to see if that works. If it doesn't, he fails Psychic Power, and that's what he gets. Let's go with the Purgation Squad over here. What the heck could they possibly even want to shoot at? They're going to run. They're going to advance. Bloop. A 1. All right. They tried.
That's like the heavy weapon guys, right?
What, beside Necrons, what got the best buff?
Just from the point changes?
I don't know. That's a tough one. That is a tough call. I'm not
Am I allowed to say Tau because I no longer feel like I'm obligated to play Crisis Suits?
That's true.
It's not actually a buff. I like the feel of Tau more now that Crisis Suits are not just like the thing. But that's not the question. The question is, what got the best buff from points?
Necrons for sure. It got like from the point changes. I don't even know if Necron point changes. I didn't think were that big of a deal. It was their secondaries and like the core thing. And the core thing. First of all, the core thing is like over the top. Actually, the core thing is enough to make me feel like now every time I'm going to play Necrons and I don't have the Silent King in the list because I don't like to run big name characters every game. It's gonna be like, why aren't you playing the Silent King? Because you'd be crazy not to. So there's that. So that's kind of an aversion to play Necrons. And then the core to all vehicles thing is like way too much of a broad stroke. They're like literally every little like Nephilim or Warzone Nakmund or any points change or any balance data slate. Anytime like the Orcs got changed or the Harlequins got changed, it's like, oh yeah, also we're buffing Necrons. To the point where they don't know how to really buff the Necrons, so it's kind of like a broad stroke, everything gets core. Just to give them more synergy.
Yeah, from a points perspective, so Sisters and Blood Angels are like the two factions that pop out in my head as like the armies that end up ridiculous after the points changes.
Yes.
But they were starting in a very strong place. So is like that the biggest jump? Or is that just like they were strong and they got buffed?
I don't know.
I think there's an argument made for Orcs. I don't know if Orcs are like in an excellent place right now, but they're certainly better. Yeah, I did not properly screen out my backfield.
It's not like I have a whole lot. I just have Terminators. It's something. Oh, but I can't like. No, I can't. No, of course. No, you did because again, we're not playing.
Oh,
here.
yeah. I'm like,
yeah. I'm like, there's something
like,
weird.
In my mind, there wasn't room.
I went over here. I'm like,
is it like what happened? Okay, it's because you can't actually.
I can't go there. Yeah, because I could go there, which is off the table.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So I can go forward.
I was just like talking to chat, and I looked at my
like, wait a second.
I was just like, I'm usually better than this. What did that do? But no, this is 6 inches that you can't be in. Anyway,
right.
I think in terms of like where they started to where they went, I'm pretty into Orcs. Like they got like arguably their two best models both came down 15 or 20 points. Like that's a pretty good place to be.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, yeah. Like especially like I think my ideal like Orc boy list or my ideal fun Orc list would be nothing but like just boys on the table. And their secondaries are like boys and grots because their secondaries are all about just forming the table and boys, and then grots do the actions on the objectives after the tide of boys go forward. Good luck killing like 120 boys. Like you probably could. Some armies definitely can. Some armies, however, cannot. So they got that going for them. That'd be kind of fun.
Those went down in points too, didn't they?
They did. They went down a point each. Yeah, exactly. So it's a little bit more incentive to do that. So your list is 120 points cheaper or whatever. Whatever you like might want to run. I'd probably do like massive squads of 10, just like MSU 10. Well, you'd have to run double detachments, but you want 2 war bosses anyways. So like you're gonna run 2 detachments, I guess, anyways. How do you feel about Death Guard? Death Guard are great. Death Guard mechanically. So take Death Guard out of the Eternal War aspect of the game. If you exclude the main way everyone plays, they're an amazing army. Perfect. Their Terminators are obsec. The Terminators have armor of contempt. They're super tough, really hard to deal with, and they kind of pack a good punch. However, the Death Guard's biggest weakness is their movement.
So slow.
Movement is the only thing that matters in this game. That is like you could be 1 point a model and there's like annihilate enemies, but if you only move an inch, you're not going to win any game at all. You need to move. You need to move to win, and that's all that really matters. Having good hitting power works. It fits into the theme of your army. It feels like playing Grandis when you play Grandis, but all that really matters is they can teleport, they can shunt around, and they move 6. That's great. Tau, one of their biggest strengths is their movement. That's how fast they are and how much mobility they have.
And my OBSEC models moved 21 inches onto an objective that they were not particularly close to.
Weirdly enough, that's all that matters. So you look at the Death Guard stuff, they move 5 inches and like 4 inches, and it's like brutal. So it's like even worse before. But they're not in a great spot competitively, but they can play, but mechanically sound. Yeah, in my opinion.
I agree.
Their secondaries are better now. They can play the game better now than they did before.
Yeah, their biggest issue is like all of their hardest hitting is done in melee.
Yes.
And then like they move 5 inches, they don't advance in charge, they just kind of.
So 9 is over there. I'm just trying to figure out like where a cool spot to go would be. I have no options really, but that's to be expected. I'm actually tempted to like keep them back for a turn, but that heavily relies on Big Boy over here doing something really cool. Unfortunately, that's not ideal. But where do I want to put these? I could put them like somewhere like, so if I go here, I'll stop there. So I have to go over here, which means like shoot at these guys, but then they're going to probably shoot at those guys. 9, and then just shoot at stealth suits. But they get bonuses their cover save. One guy will have cover if I shoot from that angle. And I'm only shooting Stormbolters really. Then I'm out in the open. But then I have Terminators on the table threatening things. I'll put Terminators down, whatever. I don't care. Let's do it. If I kill one thing here, that's 4 victory points.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And then I'll have access to shunts and everything later for Gates of Infinity and stuff.
Is that why Cult of Duplicity is best for T-Suns? Because the free teleport is great. Yeah, without Cult of Duplicity, Thousand Suns have almost the exact same issue that Death Guard have, which is that they are a
way too slow,
very slow army. That they're not melee, but their psychic stuff is not long range. They're all their best damage is done within 18 inches. So Duplicity just lets them kind of just break the rules in terms of where you're allowed to play with models.
Yeah.
You can play this really slow, durable army that then isn't particularly punished for being slow because you just teleport to wherever you want to be and just like do your stuff.
There's been a few times where someone had come in to play Death Guard and they wanted to play like a match play game, and I was like, what was I playing? I was playing like Space Wolves or something. I specifically remember it was a while ago, and I just got to go first, but I had like a weird amount of fasting, so all I did was just rush towards him and kept him in his deployment zone where he couldn't score until turn 3. He killed me, he like tabled me, but he wasn't scoring until turn 3. And then that's again, the only thing that matters in the 41st millennium of 40k is scoring. That is all that matters. It doesn't matter about killing or anything like that. Luka, you're bringing out the Nurgle Demons when the Chaos Team. I'll play Nurgle Demons, I will, but I haven't liked Chaos Demons in 40k for years because they took away the warp table. The warp table was like, that was honestly my biggest attraction to Demons. It was like, that was your shooting phase. It never did anything, but sometimes it did the weirdest possible things, and it was so cool. You could have, like, imagine if like you had your army deployed over there, and then I just rolled high. I just moved a little bit. I roll on the warp table, and all your units just like hit. D6 more wounds, 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 just like on this weird off chance. Then you lose the game because of it. There was a lot of games where like a demon army would go turn 1. They would move, they'd roll on the warp table, and they won the game on turn 1 because the other armies, like, it was like this weird, that kind of stuff never happens in 40k anymore. That's why I don't think, demons, I don't think belong in 40k because the rules don't represent how cool demons could potentially be in 40k. But that's just my very strong opinion on that. So I'm very disappointed by it. They had the weirdest, most random rules, and those are now in Warhammer Fantasy. That's where they belong, I suppose. But don't ask me. I'm not the guy you want to ask for that one. All right, well, let's just put Terminators down. Let's see what we get.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Bloop. Hello. Do you have Auspex scans or anything like that before I commit to this?
No. Nope. I'll let you know if I got anything like that.
Yeah.
I will let you know that the -2 to be charged strat is for the phase.
Yeah, I figured.
For suits, not for infantry. The infantry one is just one guy. Although it also has a -1 to hit tacked onto it.
Oh yeah, because I remember they have better stealth suits than the Ghost Keels because they're -1 hits for both phases.
Yes.
Whereas theirs is only shooting.
Theirs is only shooting, yeah.
Yeah, weird for whatever reason.
Yeah, they have like a weird restriction about being shot outside of 18 unless they're the closest target, but like it never comes up because they've all melted guns, so they're on top of you anyway.
So this is a 6-inch charge with modifiers to be 8. This is obviously an 11-inch charge. But if I'm going to go for an 11, I might as well go for the charging of those guys there instead. But they could do the same thing. But hey, you're blowing your command points, right?
That's true. Yeah, my CP, I kind of need them to get extra AP and stuff against your power armor and cover with armor contempt. So losing CP is losing damage output.
Where the heck would I want these? I almost kind of want these guys to go over here just in case. Just to be like, we all heard that. We all heard that.
Something happened.
Oh, that is the weird. Oh, I see. It was pinned before. It was just already heavily broken. Understood. One of my Terminators, unfortunately, ate it. Tempting, but I'm going to do that with someone else instead. It'd be great to rob. If I could like randomly rob this objective from me, what kind of are these? What drones are these?
Stealth drones.
Just on each one, yeah.
Yep.
They just come with stealth
each guy has
drones.
2 stealth drones. That's
The thing, yeah.
So they have to take.
Understood.
Yeah, they have a weird rule about it's like I said, it's like the weird rule about being shot outside of 18.
Yes. And then I would love for my Grandmaster to show up over here as well. So I got to remember 2 inches. Bloop. And then 9 inches. Bloop. There we go. We're going to try and make something like that. We're going to put the Grandmaster like right here. Where he should... I'll probably put these guys here. They have a little more flexibility in their move.
All of that is concerning.
So 9 should be about there. Where it should still be like a 7 plus a 2 should still get them in. They're not as like unwieldy as the bigger base, so they should be able to make that kind of work. And then if they don't, well, they're going to hang out over here where some cover is kind of too. Alrighty. Something exactly like this. Now, I'm a little concerned because I don't have my... I got one of the wrong models here. I have to swap these out. Because one of those is a heavy weapon, and the other one is not. No, I got 2 swords over here. Yeah, okay, that's it. That's my champion for over here. So I'll swap you there, champion there, guy with gun there, glorious. And then we are going to end the movement phase.
All right.
Where did Drago end up? That's kind of sad.
He's like behind that building somewhere, I think.
Yeah, Drago's right there. I'm debating on who can do certain actions and where.
Oh,
Okay,
it's like action stuff.
we're on the psychic action phase. Welcome. How do you feel about Death Guard? Is that the why the cult? Okay, yeah, nice. No one responded to my rant about demons.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'll consider that justified then in my opinion. So we're gonna start with some psychic actions. We are gonna have this strike squad over here on the objective attempt to purify it. They purify it. Good job, boys. We're going to have the unit of, what are they called there? The Purgation Squad purified that objective they're on. They purify it.
Sweet.
And then we are going to have the Strike Squad over here purify that objective because I don't want the Paladins to do it because they're going to try to resilience themselves. And they, that's a fail. That's a lot of victory points. That's 2 victory points. I wonder if I can attempt the same action. I'm just going to command point it. Because I think you can reroll psychic actions. Can you not reroll psychic actions? I can't remember.
It's a psychic test. You can
yeah,
roll it.
that's right. So I'm going to command point that. I'm going to dock myself one there. Not ideal because I need those. But whatever. It's just a resource. Let's get 4 victory points this turn. And we got it.
Pretty good.
So that's 4 victory points for our Purifying Ritual. We're already at 8. So off to a great start there.
That action is really hard for me to stop.
It is, yeah. It's impossible. it's not ideal. The Interceptors have their psychic power is bad. It's they get to shoot and then move and then can't charge. So I'd love to charge. So they're probably just going to hold off on a random smite, which I don't really want. They might not even do a power altogether.
Yeah, you like kill a guy, make your charge longer.
Correct, yeah. So I think we are going to go on to our Grandmaster, who's going to spend a couple command points here to give himself a little more consistency in the psychic phase. And if it doesn't work, well, we tried. Green Knight Psyker into the end of the phase can perform 1 more power than normal. We kind of just need Psychic Channeling. So he gets to roll 3 dice and discard 1. We're going to spend a command point on Psychic Channeling because he's going to Gate of Infinity to try and get himself in a better position. So that's going to bring us down to 2. And he's going to attempt a Gate of Infinity, which he rolls on 3 dices. And I think we fail it, and we've already used our reroll, sadly enough.
Is it 3 pick 2 or is it just 3?
It's 3 pick 2, unfortunately.
Yeah, that won't happen.
Then that is real bad for my plan. But that's kind of what I get for using my reroll on the... I was a little too confident in that passing. Because Gate of Infinity is an 8, I believe, still. Or a 7, at least. It's a 7, but I still fail. Womp womp. And I can't do those types of powers again, so I have no way to rectify that. So that is him within that power there. But I got my 4 victory points all the same there. Can't do Gate of Infinity again, so I'm going to go on to my other powers. We're going to cast Hammer Hand on these the Terminators there. They get it, so they get to reroll wound rolls if they make their charge. We are going to have the Paladins in the middle attempt Armored Resilience. They get that. They get a bonus to their save.
Sweet.
The Librarian. Do I want to go Warp Shaping? I want to keep the Tied Up, I think. That's a tough one. And I'm not going to Empiric Dampen anything either, so he's not really going to do too many powers. I mean, he probably just might hit the devil. Oh, he'll hit some of the nerds. We'll get back to him. Drago. What does Drago have? Let me look at my phone. I said it earlier. Has the crew decided who will be playing Leagues of Voltan? I'll probably, if I had to guess, Josh, I would assume. I gotta look at my list now. I've forgotten what he has. I want to cheat. He's got Vortex, and he's got the Jump. And what was his last power? I said it earlier, but I said it with a lack of confidence, so I'm not too sure what
So
it actually is.
It wasn't Warp Shaping, was it?
No, that's on the Librarian.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think I took it twice. He's got Vortex, Gate, and Empiric Amplification. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's why I said it earlier too. All right, so he is going to not be really doing anything. He can't Gate. He can't Vortex. He can Vortex, but he's gonna. I mean, that'd be kind of cool, I guess. But I'd just be like extremely overkilling those guys. But whatever, we gotta kill him anyways, right? So we're gonna go on to Drago, who's gonna smite. He doesn't get a big version too. He just gets an extra D3 mortal wounds. Appropriate that the guy with the biggest beard plays the Space Dwarves. Yeah. So that's 2 mortal wounds on the... So Drago smiting into these guys, 2 mortal wounds on them.
All right. One way or another, the whole squad's dying.
Yeah. And then we're going to Vortex of Doom, which we get. It's 2d3 mortal wounds.
Oh, no.
I think.
I think it's 1... Is it 2d3?
I don't know. Maybe
wow.
I think it's 2d3 on a big cast. And I just kind of like rolled a 10. So I'm like, maybe it's 2d3. I should have probably looked. Vortex is 2d3 mortal wounds. Yep.
Wow. All right. What am I taking?
5.
Ow. All right, I got 3 guys left.
And they made it so it's only enemy units within 3 take additional wounds. Okay.
Is it just 1 mortal wound around it, or is it D3?
It's only 1
okay.
to everything around it, yeah.
Ow.
Good job, Drago. You really showed those fish things. What are there, like 2 dudes left?
The
3 dudes?
box? There's 3 guys left.
All right.
7 in the psychic phase. The worst phase, really.
He just shot a Vortex of Doom out. That's kind of cool. All right, have the Librarian, because I don't really need to charge per se to really get in there. The Librarian's going to cast... do I keep it tied up or not? That is such a tough call. I actually don't know the answer to that, because I don't think I need the mortal wounds on my melee attacks. I'm not really... No, I'm not gonna swap the tide. I'm going to keep the Tide of Shadows active.
You got 2 dudes. You'll pick them up.
And smite, fail. And then this squad here is probably not even going to bother doing anything. That should be the last one. They hammer-handed. They did the action. They hammer-handed. The far squad, however, is going to attempt a hammer-hand. They fail. Now, certain powers like hammer-hand you can do over and over again, but it's like smite where it cascades in value.
Yeah, that's all the powers that the squads have to take, right?
Correct, yeah. Specifically, that's the it's the dominance for the Sanctic Discipline. One's for characters, one's not. The Librarian can technically take from both. Shay Connolly, thank you for joining us as a member, as a micro wargamer. You'll have access to a lot of features. Make sure to check that out. One being like, you get the full re-uploads. That's the main one. Obviously, you have access to the Discord too. If you're a Vault member and a member in any of that, make sure you go join the Discord too. A lot of discussions going on over there. You can ask us questions, post lists, discuss things, and just be part of the community, essentially. I could probably spiel like here so you can see me better as I talk about it. And that's it. We're on to shooting, where I don't really want to do any of that either. I'll probably shoot some... broadsides, because maybe I'll chip a wound here or there. You have no way to really heal them.
Hammerheads?
Hammerheads, that's what I mean, hammerheads.
They have an active top profile strat, but that's it.
That's about figured. That's fair. All right, we're going to try and beat these guys up in melee. So we're going to put Stormbolters into Hammerhead. Are they all rapid firing? The 3 are. That guy is... yeah, he's probably in. So it's going to be 16 shots. I'm just going to do 8 twice because it's going to be a quick resolve. Because it's not... So we got 1 miss. 5's to wound. Not going to bother making them have AP. So that's 4 on the first one. Second one, okay, very same. Can I do another 4? 6 in total.
Cool.
So 6 saves from the squad.
Just 3 ups, right?
Yeah, just 3 ups. No,
3 ups.
4 damage. Okay.
Yeah. Wow. I'll take 4. Got 10 left.
And then these Terminators are going to fire into him as well. We're just going to hope for the best. So that's 4, 8, 12. Well, they have a side cannon, so that's heavy. Heavy 3. So hitting on, they all hit. And wounding on 4s. 1 wound at minus, I think it's just -1 or 2. Roll that and I'll double check.
Usually -1 last time I looked it up, so.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
2 damage. And we have 16 more Stormbolter shots. Bullets! Bullets, bullets, bullets. Bullets! 1 wound on the first volley. Followed by an additional 2. So that's 3 wounds in total.
All right. 3 ups?
1 more damage!
Still take another one.
We got a little
brackets me.
Hey, we did it. All right, so that's all them resolved. That was nice and easy. Oh, geez, you know what the worst part is? He moved over to make room for those guys. Now he's exposed. That's cool. He's fine. He'll totally live. He doesn't need to worry about that at all.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
I'm sure he'll be perfectly fine. We're going to go ahead and move over to... I don't even want to... We're going to put the strike squad firing into the breacher team. Why not? 16 more shots with Stormbolters. 4... 8 more... 3s. They have 4 rerolls because Drago said do better. Is there like a vehicle they could have shot at? Yeah, they're going to fire at the Devilfish instead.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, but they're not rapid firing, I don't think. Yeah, I'm just going to fire at the Devilfish. Might as well get damage where I can. I'll just reroll that. 8 shots because they're not going to be rapid firing into it. That is 7, 8. 3s to hit the Devilfish. Reroll. And 5s to win the Devilfish. 5 saves.
Okay.
All right, not bad.
And that's 3 ups.
1 damage.
Okay. On the Devilfish.
Hey, we got a $10 super chat from Shay. Hi, I need some help picking a faction. I am looking for a faction where they are more powerful than regular humans, so no Imperial Guard, but can field both melee and range together well. Recommendations. So, like, do you not want Space Marines?
Yeah, right.
But I'm assuming because you didn't say Space Marines, and you follow up if you want something else than Space Marines. But Space Marines are the obvious one, I think, there. But if you don't want them, what would be a good, like, more powerful than regular humans?
Definitely
like,
not Tau, because we're less powerful than regular humans.
I'd say, like, Eldar, maybe, could skew into that a little bit. They're pretty good melee, really good shooting, great speed. But they're not as durable as Marines, but they're more powerful than humans.
They're certainly more powerful than humans.
Yeah. What else?
Orcs.
Orcs. That's a great example.
Orcs are more powerful than humans.
Orcs are a great one. They're technically really bad at melee, other than a few options. You would think that an Orc boy is good at melee, but like after everything is said and done, it's not really that great at melee.
It's like very swing, right? It depends what you're hitting.
Exactly.
Like one Orc boy into like Eldar or Guards was like pretty great.
It's pretty awesome.
Like
but
one
like
guy
a
wearing
Marine,
power armor?
no, it's not happening. So I would say Orcs or Eldar or Drukhari, because they're just also Eldar, but they're on the darker side of things. And if failing all that, Space Marines would be, I think, the obvious answer, but they're technically humans. Tyranids, there's Tyranids too. They're bugs. If you like bugs, maybe if you could narrow down the filters or expand upon the filters, that could help a little bit more with that decision. All right, so we're gonna have these guys can't really see the Devilfish, I don't think, because they're not in the ruins. They're like,
did they just walk or did they advance?
They advanced too. That's right. Okay. Yeah. Because they weren't charging this turn. Okay, well, we did all that. Watch those guys not kill the dudes now.
I will be shocked.
We're probably... We're going to put these 2 Terminators into the stealth suit unit over here. Well, the ghost skill.
Yeah, attached to the guy in front. Yep.
And then we're going to put these 3 and their Stormbolters into the Devilfish, because no other real targets. So the 3 dudes, so that's 1, 2, 3. They're Terminators. They always rapid fire. Oh, there's Necrons as well, of course. I think mine always rapid fire, right?
Terminators? Oh yeah, you're rapid
yeah.
fire.
I still have the bolter just one with them. Yeah.
Space not full, but yeah, always rapid fire.
So that's 4 saves on your Devilfish.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get my vehicles planked down.
Come
on, 3s.
2 more damage.
2 more.
Get out of here. You know, these are mighty Stormbolters. And we got a side cannon, so we'll do the side cannon first. 4s to hit, because I'm already -1 to hit. And I assume those wound on strength 7.
Strength 7, right? So these are 4s? Oh my goodness.
That's 2 damage each.
Ow.
Oh, sorry. This was into the ghost skill.
Oh, I'm so sorry. All right, I'll just get that on drones.
I got 2 drones, and then we have a Stormbolter.
Which actually means it would have been 6s, but still.
Yeah. Boom. Stormbolters hit 3 times, and wound no times. Actually, probably even less hits because I forgot the -1 to hit.
Oh. Right.
But I remembered it for the cannon.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, the cannon there. Okay, so they've all fired. That's all fired. The Purgation squads I don't care to fire because they advanced. Everything else is fired. We're on to charging.
I think a really interesting choice to make here because I'm making either this unit or that unit -2 to charges. Is this a 9-inch charge? Is this breachable?
That it's a 9-inch charge. It's not breachable though. It's like I have to go up and like just going 7 and 2 still gets me in.
Okay,
cool. 1.
So and you're more than 9 for me in a straight line though.
Yes, I'm more than
Okay.
Yeah,
I've made my decision. I know where I'm using it.
All right. Do you have to declare it? Hello.
No, it's when you declare the charge.
Goodbye.
Oh, goodbye. All right, fair. All right.
Yeah, it's when you declare the charge.
I see. Fair. We are going to go ahead and declare with the interceptors into the stealth suits.
It's here.
Okay.
So I think that these guys touching it here is like a lot worse. If the Greymaster made it over there, I'm more interested in saving the 1 ghost skill.
He had +1 to his charge and everything too.
But
I'm so good.
more interested in making this not terrible. So I'm going to spend a CP.
I'm just going to get that ready
for
you.
impact field, so you're -2 to charge for the whole phase. This is one of those few ones that's not in the categories that I can get CP back for.
Haha! Joke's on you. No CPs for you. Hey, I found an Assault Marine for the Raven Guard. That's what's going to go right there. Okay, well, my 6-inch charge becomes an 8-inch charge.
Oh, no. All right.
Technically, that's a 7 now, so I only go 7.
But you're certainly in.
But I am certainly in. Hello! The problem is, if I don't, I got to make sure I got, like, Terminator base movement to get in there.
That's fair.
All right, so they're going to charge there. The Terminators are going to declare against them. Would you like to use the other CP?
Oh, you're going to declare against the Fire Warriors.
The Fire Warriors, yep.
That's actually like an even further charge, isn't it?
It should still be about the 9.
Is this the one? I think that's a 10, isn't it?
As long as it's within the 10, it should
Right.
be the 9, yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pop that strat.
Same one?
Use the other one.
So it's 11 now. Huh. Oh, you actually stopped it.
All right.
I'm not going to reroll it. It's not worth it. So you're down to 0.
I am.
And then we're going to go with the other Terminators on the far side, declaring into the Ghost skill.
Right. So he can fire Overwatch for free.
Oh, that's,
like
yes.
yeah. So he's going to do that.
That's fair.
He's got 5 shots.
I wonder, yeah, because like the one thing that ended up happening there is,
Oh, sure.
I don't know if he has line of sight because the drones were the only thing that could see.
From his gun to your
Oh yeah, you're good. Yeah, you're good there. Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the things I checked when I was over there.
Yeah.
Because I was like, all right, he's also like maybe able to kill a guy in Overwatch, and then. Yeah.
True,
all right,
true.
so big gun hitting on 5s. All right, and I will use my Scepter reroll here. 1 hit.
It's a free Overwatch. Might as well take it.
2s. Got him.
All right.
AP 4.
And we invuln it.
All right, other 2 guns on 5s. 1 hit. On 2s. Got it.
Same eyes. The same melta.
Yep.
Oh, okay, we're
And
good.
you make it. Alrighty. Well,
I
we
will.
tried.
Alrighty, let's see this charge. That one I'll command point because that'd be kind of good. I need the.
Chat saying that you reduced your CP instead of mine for the strats.
Oh, okay, I'll fix that in a
So I
second.
thought I had 3.
Oh, that's a fail too.
Okay.
So I am player 1. Yeah, because you were at 3. You're at 1.
So I should be at 1 and you.
I'm
were
at
down
2.
one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Now I'm
cool.
down to 1.
Now you're
yeah.
down to 1. Okay.
We're both
cool.
at 1.
I was like, when you're like at 0, I'm like, I'll trust you, but.
Okay. So that did not work at all.
They made it in. That's pretty good because now you get to touch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, something goes.
They're gonna charge over there too, I guess. Aha, they make it cool. And then I'm gonna move them in. I got a couple super chats to read.
Is line of sight base to base? It's model to model.
I wish it was base to base.
If it was base to base, my ghost skill definitely does not have line of sight on those guys. But there's a sword sticking out. I got a gun sticking out, and
It is what it is.
that's how line of sight works for this edition.
The nature of the beast. We are gonna go ahead and read these super chats. Bloop. What do you guys have for me here? What do you guys? Oh, my mouse ain't working. It's kind of working. Hey, Shay. Basically, super powered people. Astartes, Eldar, Drukhari, Orcs, all work. Space Marines aren't regular humans, so then Space Marines are probably but that's what everyone plays, so it's tough. It's really tough to say. I personally like Space Marines. They're like one of the, like, I don't know, they're like one of the main reasons I got in the game back in the day, because I thought the Terminators were specifically very cool. And then Necrons are thinly veiled Determinators. Oh yeah, the Arnold kind, yeah, not the Space Marine kind. They should look like a certain option terrifying in melee, and pretty much the whole army is very durable. Yeah, I personally like Necrons are my favorite army for like a slightly more than human approach to the game. Whereas then the second one would just be like, I don't know, it's tough, like Space Marines, I guess. I've never felt more frustrated than when I killed 17 warriors and my opponent used some relic and they all stood back up. Yes.
Yeah.
That happens.
That's the Necron thing.
That's the Necron thing. It's the well, technically, any resurrection orb can do it, but the orb gives you like +1 on the roll, so it's like a little bit more consistent, but it takes up a relic slot. So it depends on like who you want to do that on and everything. Okay, well, I assume you're not going to bother interrupting.
Oh goodness, no.
So we'll go first. Well, I guess we both only have a command point, anyways.
Yeah, I've got one. Yeah, because I had 3, I spent 2. Yep, I got one.
Now, Shay, what other mechanics might you be looking for in an army? Like, if you could like list off like 3 things you want an army to be able to do, I could probably just tell you narrow it down even further than that. And then yeah, we're gonna go. You're gonna have to get closer to this guy.
Yep.
You'll go into there.
Just one thing to warn you about, the Fire Warriors, if you touch them in melee, they actually have a strat that they can fire their rifles like pistols, but they still get to also fire their pistols like pistols. So it's a lot of shots if you touch them.
Yeah, it's true.
Melee.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Well, it's, I guess, shooting at them and nothing else really, and it makes them move a little bit less, so I'll probably end up tagging them. I'll take the hit. It's probably worth it, I hope. So these guys have 3 attacks each. The Justicar, I believe, has 4. I'm just going to double check all of that. Give you a little bit of Man Reads book here. We love Man Reads book. All right, so we're looking at Strike Squad here. Of course, everything's all Terminator. Are they 3? Yeah, they're 3, 4 swords. Exactly what I thought it was. Oh, that's right. They're not D3 damage. They're fixed too. So 4 attacks with the hammer. How many wounds are these guys? 2. And they're always negative on the hit, so I'm hitting on 4s already. So we got a couple hits. T5 or 3 or 2?
T4.
2. 1 wound at -3-ish or -2. Whatever we'll save. I'll double check.
Maybe a 5 up. Definitely not
there
that.
There we go. So it's that kill. That's 3 damage. It kills 1.
Alrighty.
And we got many sword attacks. And by many, I mean 9. It's many enough. These are forced hit because they're stealth suits. And these are going to be your T4?
I'm T4.
3's doing, so 3 more at -3.
Okay, these are 6s.
That kills 1, and that'll do 2 damage to the last one. Unless they're only 2 wounds each.
It's 2 damage each?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all dead.
Oh, they're only 2?
Yeah, just 2 wounds each.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yep, they're not the most durable unit.
And then we'll consolidate into these units to push forward, to try and put pressure there to make up for the fact that I didn't get like the extreme alpha strike I was hoping for this turn. But that happens sometimes with Grey Knights. Sometimes like, and I'm playing a lot more aggressive than I typically would play, and if it doesn't work, kind of needs all the pieces need to be in the perfect spot at the right time, and we didn't really connect super well there. So we're gonna go with the Strike Squad here, attacking the Breachers. There's just 4 of them, so it's gonna be 13 attacks because the champion. There's just a couple of guys, and I expect them to die, but
I'll be shocked if I live.
Here's 12 attacks. Ooh, no negatives to hit there. And then these are, there's a 2 in there. There's a 2 in there as well. Let me reroll that for the extra guy. There we go. Oh, there we go. And then that was a hit. And 3s at no save.
We're gone.
We got him. And then we're just gonna probably stay in the ruins there.
That makes sense to me. Add these to my dead pile.
Stay in the ruins. We have Tide of Shadow still active. Let's go and keep them. We got Armored Resilience on the Paladins. Not a bad spot for them. The Paladins are currently OBSEC with the Librarian nearby. In fact, all of those characters are OBSEC. The problem is, we only have a few models on there. Well, I got quite a bit of models on there. Okay, so that is it. You get to fight back with these.
All right, well, it's town melee, so it's not particularly exciting. We'll go with the bracketed Hammerhead first. He's D3 attacks. 3.
Not bad start. Okay.
He gets a free roll because he's Tau Sept.
He's Tau Sept. I like that for the Space Wolves too. They get +1 to hit in the first round of combat, so it makes vehicles hit on 5s.
That's funny. And then these guys are going to pile in. The question is, do I really want to pile them that far in? I guess so. It's the only movement they're really going to get, right?
It's fair. Mr. Drago, what do you have going for you? So what did I get this turn? I didn't kill anything from reserve or shunting. So that means no matter what, I can only get that on turn 3, 4, and 5. So I can get a max of 12 points for it now. I can't get the 16. I can't get the 15 for it.
All right, I only got 4 guys swinging, and my squad leader's not even in there, so 5s to hit.
That's 2.
And then 5s to wound.
Glorious.
Too many things on my hands. And Tau Sept reroll.
Oh, we didn't get there. Okay. All right, so we got another super chat from Shay. Grey Knights, Psyche is cool in all phases. Okay, well, I think so Grey Knights play every single phase of the game. They have great movement. Actually, I don't even know what their actual weakness really is. They're a little expensive.
They're a little expensive for their wounds. They can go down.
But they can go. But that's it. You're going to be more elite than other Marines, and you have a smaller roster to pull from when it comes to other Marines, and that I guess is technically a weakness. However, they play every phase really well. They can move really well. They don't have any they don't have any scout deploys unless you play one of the specific Brotherhoods. So that's another weakness technically. They have a smaller roster, but they play every phase very well. They shoot very well. Well, they don't have extreme long-range firepower, but they have great medium-range firepower. They move well, they shoot well, they fight incredibly well, and their psychic capabilities are one of the best in the game, if not one of the best. Like 1,000 Sons of them are the top contenders. Eldar are really good as well.
Yeah, I think a big thing is they have the movement to make their short-range shooting not really matter.
Correct. They don't care about their short-range shooting. They just show up with a crap ton of shots. Like a strike squad member. That's a bad example because that's an interceptor. A strike squad member, just a basic Marine, is 22 points. That's I think 2 more points more than a Primaris intercessor.
Yeah.
So you have double the shots on your bolter, 1 less AP though. You have a melee weapon and your psyker.
It's a really good melee weapon.
That's a damn good melee weapon too. So I think they're one of my favorite Marine factions. But I like the Wolves. I'm partial to the Wolves. Was playing Space Wolves and got a bunch of exploding 6s in melee. Yeah, like the Wolves are like I just like the Wolves have this weird like cool melee mechanic I'm a big fan of. I'm getting muddled up with the obscuring keywords. You need to see. So obscuring is different than true line of sight because if you draw a line and it touches and you can see the model, but that line passes through obscuring terrain, then you cannot see the model. That's where like obscuring is a little bit difficult.
Unless the models are in the obscuring terrain.
Unless they're in it,
it gets turned off and gets
correct.
Gets a little finicky.
That's where so the obscuring stuff gets pretty muddled. It's when you truly understand how obscuring works and how to manipulate it. That's when you'll start to see your play get a lot better as well. Which is not a great that takes a lot of play, and that takes a lot of play against someone who can explain it every time it comes up. Is like whenever you move, it's like well move here instead, and because that model's here now you'll be obscured and like things like that. It's a big Custodes, tough superhumans. Yeah, or Custodes. Custodes also play every phase really well except for the psychic phase. By phases I mean psychic shooting, and yeah, I think Grey Knights are an exceptional choice for anyone, really. Elite Army of small unit choices. Look at T-Suns with like 4 choices. See, T-Suns, I think they're a little too slow, but there's ways to manipulate it as well. Yeah. It's literally the same way as the Grey Knights, but the Grey Knights look cooler while they do it.
Yeah, the other thing T-Suns have going for them, too, is with the new Nephilim stuff, their secondaries are really good.
Their secondaries
so even
though
they're slow, they can just like kind of score some secondaries and
exactly
it's fine.
That.
Because even if they're not getting to their opponent, killing their opponent, they're just like running up the score, and that's at the end of the day, that's how you win the game.
I think that is all I'm bringing to bear this turn. No more else to do for you.
No, you kill everything.
Scoring, I do get 4 points again, 2 and then 2 for the primer. So I get 2 because I'm holding one of the middle objectives, and then I get 4 points because I purified 3 of the objective sites.
Yeah.
So it's another 6 points for the Grey Knights. Not a bad thing, but I missed out on one of my 4-point swings this turn, which is not ideal. So 4 on turn 2. Didn't get teleport, didn't get bring it down yet. I'm working towards it technically. And then 2. Oh wait, and my primary score I had 2. I get 8 points on the primary because I had 2 objectives. You were controlling the middle one here at the start of my turn.
Yes. Yep. You were controlling 2.
So 8, 2, so 10, 2, 2, and then you on your turn you're about to get 8.
8.
Yeah. We're going to be ideally trading 8s the whole time.
Yeah, I actually might not be, because this turn is going to be a little concerning holding something that's out of my deployment zone.
And we both go up to 2, and then I'm at 12 victory points. Plus 8, I'm at 20. 20 to 6 technically. But
so,
that won't
in my command phase, Conjure Fireblade here is going to be giving this unit a Fire Warriors reroll once to hit.
That's a good start.
And then right here, Long Strike, he's just going to give the Marker Light to this guy because it's the only guy in range.
3 Marker Light. This is going to be a big deciding turn for the pace of this game.
Yeah, so I don't have Cao Yun yet. So going super hard this turn is like not super exciting for me. But I'd like to avoid getting to a situation where I'm just have too much stuff dead to go hard on turn 3. So I think I'm bringing most of my army in from reserves this turn. This Hammerhead basically has to fall back. I might just stay in melee. It's like hitting on 6s, but whatever, it's something. I could spend a CP to make an active top profile, but it's just like
hitting on 5s.
Yeah, it's not really much better.
Hopefully that was able to help you a little bit there, Shay. Thank you for all the support. The super chats are a huge boon, and it forces us to answer them too. So if you have a question that I haven't gotten to yet, Super chats are always like I must answer them. So that's a big help there as well. Lets us continue live streaming and lets us keep doing all this content live for you guys there. Because I like to interact with you guys. If you ask more questions, I'm more than willing, especially like when it's my opponent's turn moving around. Because then I got nothing to do.
The other thing that's happening is everyone with a marker light is just going to start the marker light action.
Marker light. Oh, you're not going to move too much? I guess you don't need to move. Well, you got more.
I'm going to move. Well, I start the action now. And I finish it at the end of the
I'm thinking of like Pathfinders, I think. I guess.
Pathfinders do it. Yeah, Pathfinders start it like at the end of the movement phase, because that way they can come in from outflank and then start it. Or they have the airplane, which is going to be coming in this turn, has marker lights, but isn't actually going to be able to fire them this turn.
Some of the vehicles and drones do something weird with it too.
Drones and vehicles are allowed to move and fire their marker lights. So, like, for example, if the Kadra Fireblade decides to move this turn, which he is, his marker light's going to fail, but the drones can still fire theirs.
I see, okay.
That's even more complicated because it's an action the whole unit's doing, and then, like, part of the action fails and part of it succeeds. And there's some words in the book that kind of explain how that works. Holding this objective is, like, a little weird for me. Just doing it with, like, one character right now, but we're starting to get to the point where there's, like, guys who could just kind of wander over to it, and that's concerning.
Yes.
So I could put Devilfish like in the way, but I don't think I want to do that.
Garrett Hansen, don't let me distract you if you got to think about your movements. Garrett, my opinion, the easiest army to actually win with next to no experience would be Custodes. That's like if you want. That's also it's a small elite army. It's less models you have to worry about rules wise. And they all pack a punch, and they have a lot of fail-safes built into them. So you can play. You're not going to win every single game, but if you can roll 4 up on a die, you're good to go. That's essentially it. Like if I had to describe how every Custodian player wins a game, it's because they rolled 4 ups. Like they're like it might sound harsh, and it's not like they're an overpowered army, but they take their obstacle units, they stand on an objective, and then they roll 4 ups, and then they hope for the best, and that's all it really is. They fight whatever gets close to them. They shoot whatever gets close to them. They have their units that charge on the flanks and everything, but more importantly, they just stand on objectives and roll 4-ups. That's all you got to do. And they got cool lore, too. And we got a question here from Jules, or Joel's. Vault member here. What Traitor Legion would you pair with Salamanders when building the Age of Darkness box? Looking for a fun and balanced matchup. Thank you. I'm not very intimate with the Salamander rules. It's one of the weird, like, even though it's one of the Loyalist Legions I played the most in the first edition. If I had to assume, all of their stuff is very samey. I would go, like, there's no real wrong answer on that one. You'd want stuff that could utilize, like, who's getting the Spartan, right? Like, that's a tough question, but... Because I assume you want to make 2 Legions out of it so you can play with a buddy or a family member or something. What's a cool... Night Lords are fitting... just because that's they fought quite a bit. So what else did the Salamanders fight? Like, 'cause the Salamanders were like they got annihilated at the Drop Site Massacre, so there was action for them, but like not on the grand scale that the other legions were fighting during the Heresy. So I'd say Night Lords are kind of cool. I would do Word Bearers, probably Iron Warrior. Literally anything that was at the Drop Site Massacre would be a cool matchup for them, I'd say. And that'd be like Word Bearers, Iron Warriors, Night Lords. Who else was there? Death Guard, Emperor's Shield. There's a lot of things there. There's a lot of things there. Yeah, I don't know. I'd say
people got massacred at the massacre.
It was an unfortunate. There's a reason it's called the Drop Site Massacre. I'd say Custodes. Yeah, small army, not a lot of rules. Sounds good. Thanks. Yep. Ultidar World Leaders might pair well with Salamanders. Kind of a hammer and anvil, speed and shield tactic. You know what? That's not a bad suggestion either. Alpha Legion. You can always Alpha. You know what the best part about the Alpha Legion is? Fit everywhere, man. Like, no matter what the questions.
Yeah, they were there.
you could put Alpha Legion there too. So it's
these guys move 5, charge max distance 12. Nothing.
No weird shenanigans on them.
So this hammer here is just going to be just over 17 away from them to not let you charge on my objective.
That's fair.
All right, and that should put him in it. Yeah.
In it to win it.
Yep. So I do have to move this guy, which means his action is going to break.
Bye-bye.
But the drones can still fire their marker lights.
I was going to say, if you put the drones out front, that's technically
closer.
closer.
That's within 17. He can make a -2, so.
True. True.
And my goal is that there's not going to be a lot of those guys left. He actually might just string them out this way, because that works too. To fire the drones at them. got one that definitely can see. The other one I think is going to be stuck.
Did I increase our
here.
command points? I think I did. We're at 2? Yeah, we're at 2. Glorious. Boom. And then, did you double check if the commander could do the action?
Oh yeah, he's good. Yep.
So you got that one completed, and you got this one completed. You got those 2 intersections done.
Yeah. Like, I really hope he can do the action because I've definitely done it with him a lot. But yeah, he's good.
So you still have to do the action on this intersection and that intersection, I suppose.
Yes, I have to do it over here, and I have to do it way back in your deployment zone. A couple things left to move. My commander, who is pretty good at shooting, but doesn't have like the most exciting targets at the exact moment. He could advance to get into some better targets, but then his marker lights break, and I don't really want to break his marker lights.
I love breaking marker lights.
Then we have this devilfish. Devilfish could just like kind of drift into that gap and just prevent any sort of movement things that happen, although it will completely block my line of sight from this guy because it is larger.
What have I lost? I've lost
a
couple strike squads. I'm trying to remember what I lost.
Oh yeah, I haven't really done crippling damage at this point.
I wonder. If I made those charges, that would have been good. Now I'm worried.
Now you're worried?
Now I'm worried. I would have felt a lot more confident if I made, not necessarily all of this, but like just getting that guy over there. I would have been a lot more confident if they were in there scrapping, or at least him shooting his gun or something. But
I might want to drop this tank back.
You have the power to do so. So basically everything goes. Thanks, Luka in the chat. Literally anything. They're all. I can't think of any traitor legions that are like, whoa, those are wildly overpowered, especially just like out of the box. With that, there's like, I don't think there's whatever you feel like the most like narrative is. I think the world leaders is kind of a cool idea as well. The shield and hammer kind of thing. So really, whatever your gut kind of tells you on that one.
This guy's going to come to here. His marker lights are actually going to go above him.
Elevation.
We're going to use elevation. He's got his long range guns can hit the paladins, but that's really it. He can shoot those ones too. -1 to hit because he can't see them, but. All right, and we still let Devilfisher figure out. And I got a bunch of things from Outflank that I think are coming in.
Sure.
I might just like put the Devilfish on this objective just to have one more body on this objective. Stop it from getting hit.
Paul? I don't know, that's a good question. I thought about playing Death Guard yesterday against Ben, but I never got the opportunity to play Abaddon of the Black Legion, so that one jumped up. But I probably won't be playing Black Legion again for a while.
Yeah, Black Legion's sweet.
They're not one of my main factions, but our collection looks kind of cool, and I really wanted to see what Abaddon felt like on the table, and I wasn't disappointed. Abaddon was really cool. And yeah, I'll probably go back to Death Guard very shortly, especially like Terminator heavy lists, like Terminus. I want to do like Terminus Est, like Assault Force, or like Mortarian's Anvil with Mortarian in it. I want to do those 2 builds specifically.
All right, I'm going to start bringing things in from reserve.
Glorious! So everything kind of shifted around a little bit. We kept the Devilfish in combat.
The Hammerhead, yes.
The Hammerhead. I'll call it a Devilfish for the rest of the stream, probably.
Planning on trying to do a ton of damage to the Fire Warriors, and there's a world where they kill all of them, and then he gets to shoot, which would be great. Probably not, because I don't think I'm going to spend any extra CP to put them past AP1, so you just be on 3-up armor. And then maybe he'll try and like finish off the last guy. Can they fall back and charge or anything like that?
They can.
They can fall back and charge.
They can fall back, shoot, and charge. Because they got teleporters.
Okay, so that's actually really dangerous for me.
Just that unit and the Dread Knight can do that.
Okay.
That's a command point, though.
Them falling back and like charging onto this objective to like kill my commander, my warlord would be like really bad.
That would be horrible. I assume you're going to kill them.
Yeah, I'm like a little afraid of just like leaving them in combat.
Well, if you want to like fall back from combat and then shoot at them, I kind of forgot they could do that until you asked me. I don't play this, guys.
I'm just going to change how I move a little bit.
Yeah, by all means.
Commander's just going to come over here. I'm just going to like bring in a strike team from Outflank, just like
right there. It's like, hey,
bodyguard him. There's going to be a strike team just going to appear around him, just be like, he doesn't die now. I actually think I'm going to bring my other 2 strike guys in over here to try and attack you on this objective.
If it works, it works.
Because this is my battlefield edge, so I'm actually able to come in within 9 inches of you.
As long
as I stay within 1 inch, which is really 3 inches off this edge.
Yeah.
Right? So.
True.
I could put breachers there.
Hello, breachers. May horrible things happen to them. Horrible, horrible things. And by horrible things, they show up with, and don't kill me. That'd be awesome. It'd be amazing. Hello, breachers. Nice to see you.
3 inches up, but also...
Yeah, and again, everyone, we're playing without the 2 inches on this part of the battlefield.
Yeah,
here.
it's really it's 1 inch up because I'm within 9 inches of Luka's models.
Like the camera technically artificially cuts it off anyway,
It's
so it looks good for you guys no matter what. I don't even have to really mention it. I do. Dang you, Paul! You make me want to play my dang Death Guard again. I might play them this week. I have another 40k game this week against Ben's buddy Kevin, but I have to do AOS with them as well. So AOS, I'm probably gonna be Soulblight Grave Lords or Night Haunt. I haven't played Night Haunt in a spell. They're pretty fun. They're pretty good too. But I want to try and figure out my Soulblight. I love my vampires. My vampires.
Yeah, Soulblight are sweet.
Soulblight are cool, man.
And I could just put a strike team over here, and that's just more than 9. But that strike team would be very much just.
That's a good question.
Out in front of all these guys.
Steelman is wondering if submunitions work in combat. I actually don't know.
I have actually no idea. It's not very good against like 4 dudes, so I wouldn't use it. But I'd have to look that up. I couldn't tell you.
Oh, if you pass me your codex, I'll take a gander.
Yeah.
I'm now.
It's not something I would use here, but
just
it's
for
like,
future maybe. Yeah.
Be 2 mortal wounds, then you get 5 up feeling pains against it. So it's like.
I guess the odds aren't really in your favor on that one. It'd just be burning a command point, I suppose. Submunition rounds. Yeah, you can't do it.
Can or cannot?
You cannot. You have to select a unit that is not engaged with any of your stuff.
that makes perfect sense, but it's just kind of funny that like.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know the answer to that question.
When are we getting another Onslaught size game? Well, we did one for the campaign. It counts as a shooting attack, so same rules. Yeah, but you can't target anything that's engaged with your. So yeah, you can't target your own. Like it's technically like a blast in a weird way, I guess. That's what it's supposed to be.
It feels like the sort of thing where it's like it shouldn't, but it might be the sort of thing that GW just like forgot to say you can't do.
Yeah, instead of making shooting attacks, because you select an enemy unit that is not within engagement range of any units from your army. So it's like it's not a shooting attack. You do a process on a stratagem, and they cannot be legally selected because they're in engagement range of him himself. Or the Fire Warriors, even.
And then these guys...
Hey, this is one of my die over here. That's cool. That's a free die if I've ever seen one.
It's tempting to have these guys show up over here.
No!
That's actually in combat with you because you're right on the edge there. Could put them here. They have nothing to shoot at, but put them there. I might hang on to this unit.
That's fair.
I think this unit doesn't have... The most exciting thing is it can shoot at the only thing that's out right now is Terminators, so it's just making you make 2 up saves, and that's not particularly great right now. So I'm going to hang on to them. The airplane is definitely coming out because the airplane's got some stuff it can do. And its guns are really far.
Well, you're probably going to get the 2 points for... You're going to get the 2 points for that objective over there, right?
Yep, that is true.
So you're going to get your 10 this turn, just like I got. So that's good. Sacred Ground. If you guys haven't tried these new Nephilim missions out, I recommend trying them out. They're quite good. They're quite fun. I'm looking at Incursion. That's not what I want. We want Strike Force. Conversion. Corrupted ground. It is vital that we oust the blasphemous curs from the ground they stand on. Draw your battle plans and dispatch our foes accordingly. Yep.
Not used to the wall having handles on it.
Yeah, same. Trust me, years of working, you're still walking into them.
All right. Yeah. This is a very complicated turn.
That's okay.
So
that's what I said with Tau. Like if you just kind of willing, like, see, did you know what the beautiful thing about like Marines and Grey Knights and Custodians? You can kind of play really aggressive and you don't get overly punished for it. I mean, you will every now and then, it'll happen. But Tau, if you play overly aggressive and you don't really take all the measurements and everything into consideration, boom, you're dead. Like, it's just like that. You'll because they had the tendency to whiff here and there. So
yeah, it is dangerous. But I'm a little low on CP. I only have 2.
Yeah, we both have 2.
And I'm gonna have to spend 1 to turn all my pistols into, or all my rifles into pistols over here.
Yeah.
But first of all, the thing that happens is marker lights.
Marker lights. We're done moving.
Yes, I'm done moving.
I have no weird tricks. All right, we got a question from Wee Man. Hey, I like the loadout for the commander. He makes the air frag projectors SMS because the Cold Star model ignores light cover. Very nice.
Yeah. He's not particularly exciting into Armor of Contempt.
Right.
But he's sort of like a necessary evil because one of Tao's worst nightmares is like repent you behind a wall and just like you just need an answer for that because otherwise they'll just come out and murder you and.
Oh yeah, especially with the new rules where they get like the advanced super like 3d6 charges, like they're just charging like 24 inches down the table and whatever.
All right, so this guy's got his marker light, or sorry, only one of them can go into these guys because this one just had to hide to not get wrecked. So marker light on these guys on 3 up. Nope.
They dodge it. I'm
And-
ready with my marker light markers.
Then this guy, one of his drones can see them, the other one can't because elevation thing. So he's going to do one marker light at them and one marker light at them.
All right.
So
into both the Terminator squads.
Yes.
Yeah.
Into this Terminator squad.
Yes.
I get it.
Markered.
And the other Terminator squad.
Yes.
Also get it.
Also markered.
Help me to shoot. All right. I actually don't think I'm going to be able to wipe this squad out, which is like really unfortunate. So I'm going to spend a CP to turn all the guns into pistols, and 3 up, I'll get that CP back. No.
Oh, so you're down to 1.
All right, and they're going to fire all of their guns, so it's 20 rifle shots and 10 pistol shots. Because the rifles are now pistols.
Yep, bring it on. I'm going to probably not use silver steel armor. So it's 2 of my command points. Kind of need my command points. I want to hold in a couple of other... I want to hold wherever the rail guns are shooting.
And I just kind of get 2 more dice.
Oh, yes, sir. Oh, they're right there.
Bam, bam, bam. These are forced to hit, rerolling 1s from the command phase buff. And 6s are going to double hit. We're not in Callion yet, but it's his aura.
It's the Cadre Fireblade's aura, yes. There is a thing I could have hit them with. Oh no, it would have stopped 2 hits. It's okay, I used all my powers elsewhere. What did I do? I did hammer hands. 1 failed, and I didn't make the charge on the other guys. That's
not the best start.
You don't need anything good. You leave my poor Grey Knights alone, okay? Whoa, they're soft.
And this is 3 to boot. I'll use my Tau Scepter roll here. Alrighty.
5 saves.
5 on your armor.
On 3 up. 5 3-ups. You do a damage.
And that is a little bit what I was concerned about. Leaving that squad alive is not great for me.
That was all the pistols as well?
Now I'm shooting pistols.
Oh, okay, different profile. Yeah.
Alright. Rerolling 1s.
Cadre Fireblade say, please do better. Is it all shooting attacks you get explode? Nice.
All pulse weapons. So
Yeah, that's in there loaded with pulse weapons.
And then
Energy weapons.
3 archers
baby.
back in. And these are also strength 5, so
Yeah.
really good pistols.
There you go. That's much better.
I've already used my reroll. Alright. Pistols do better than rifles.
3-ups. You kill him.
And kill one guy.
You got the interceptor.
Alright, killing one guy, a little rough. I did get OBSEC onto my objective, but there's a world where all that OBSEC just dies. This Hammerhead just used to get lucky. So Hammerhead's just going to shoot at them.
Not the submutant, but the other railgun.
This is a 6 to hit.
Oh, no.
Reroll.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, I dodged it. Oh,
1,
goodness.
2,
That was stressful, because that would have killed 2, like almost guaranteed, yeah.
Drop the die. Alright. And then these are
The drones.
those missile systems. Oh, there's some 6s.
They're not heavy or anything, are they?
They are, but they need 6s.
Oh, they're heavy. Okay, yeah.
Yep. So these are 3 students. Alright, 3.
AP.
AP 1, but it doesn't matter. So
Okay.
3 ups.
How much damage?
Just 1.
Okay, 1 damage. Boom, boom. Not the Jessicar. We'll say that guy's wounded there.
Alright, and then over here, these guys are going to fire into them. And I'm going to spend a CP on breaching clear. Again, 3 up, I get it back. Come on.
You do. So it costs you. You're still at 1, and that's your battle round CP. Do I? Because what does this give you? It gives you.
I ignore cover, and I roll all my wound rolls.
Yeah, there's no point doing silver steel here then. Live! Live! You ignore my cover? That's cool.
Yeah.
Can't do much about that. And you're within 12, so you don't care about. Well, you wouldn't care about that anyways. Okay. Well, I guess I got Terminators there to help out afterwards. But keep
4s. No rerolls here, unfortunately, and also no explosions. Not a bad start, though. And then 3s rolling everything. All right. 8 AP2, no
I'll
cover.
just leave them there. I'll roll those bad boys there. 8 at AP2. So these are
no cover.
4-up saves because I don't get my cover, but I get my armor of contempt. You kill 2.5.
Okay.
So that means we're going to put a wound. We're going to lose you and you, and we're going to put a wound on. We'll say we lose you and put you over there, and we'll put a wound over on this guy. Sure.
All right.
Armor contempt coming in big.
Yeah, it's a little bit what I was afraid of there.
It saves a wound here or there. Really adds up to a lot.
Yeah, so I'm in a little bit of trouble now with this squad being here. And I don't think I quite have the firepower to kill as many Terminators as I want. Because you put it, I think, just aggressively enough to really put pressure on me before my Callion starts turning on. But we're not dead yet. Still got a bunch of heavy fire on the table. So we'll go start off with that Ghost Keel is going to fire into the guys right in front of him. The back one's going to shoot because he's in melt range of just the front guy.
I'm trying to bait on silver steel there and not.
Sorry?
That's tough. That's tough. I would love if those Terminators stayed alive. I'm not too sure what that amounts to if they live. It puts obviously a lot of pressure on the Ghost Keels, who are not -1 to hit in melee, and it puts some pressure, and they're obsec, so they just run over there and start cutting things up and make their charge. I would love if they lived. Where else do I need it? Everything's so dummy. Yeah, I'm gonna. Let me see these rail guns here.
So those 2 railguns have line of sight. They actually can't see that Terminator squad.
That's
But they can both see this Terminator squad. I actually have 3 railguns on this Terminator squad.
Yeah.
And other than that, they could try some of the stuff back here.
Just
It is 8 inches, but I was able to get within 8 inches because this is my battlefield edge. And when you outflank, you can come in within 8 inches as long as you're within 9 inches as long as you're within 1 inch of the edge.
Yes, so they're within 1 inch of the edge, which means they're allowed to be technically as close as they kind of want to be.
Yeah, you can outflank into melee if you want to.
Yes.
But I don't.
Gosh. This is a tough call. I would, if those Terminators could live. The problem is they don't have railguns aimed at them, and the railguns, every railgun that connects essentially kills 2 Terminators, which could really hit the Paladins in the middle. Now the Paladins have armor resilience and cover.
They're also behind a wall. I can't see them, right?
Oh, right. Can you not see the Paladins? I thought.
Okay, no. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
you can see these.
These guys can see the Paladins because
Yeah.
the Paladins are just.
But these Terminators, however, are a lot more impactful on the game than these ones are.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna armored resilience over here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it over here.
So the Silver Shield, the transhuman.
Yes.
Alright.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, they're gonna transhuman on those. Yeah, those guys over there.
Alright, I'm gonna fire the big gun at them first.
That puts me down to 0 command
Hitting
points
on 3s.
because I got a marker light.
That's 3 hits, and then winning on 4s because of your thing.
Oh, it only mattered for one of
Do
them.
I want to use my Tau Step reroll here? I do.
Oh, it didn't matter at
3.
all. Oof. All right, so these are AP 4.
Yep.
2 up. I got a cover on a couple guys there because they're near the obstacle. So AP 3, 1 up save, 4 ups, 1 at a time. That's probably dead. D6 plus 2.
Yeah, my military range just kills you.
And then, dang. Okay, we can save the third guy. Okay. Oh, we have more guns though.
Yeah, 2 more guns. 3s to hit, both hit. 4s to wound, 1 wound.
Okay, so 1 more save-ish. That's a fail because it's same AP.
Yeah, he's in military range, so don't even throw.
Yep. So that kills 3 of my Terminators.
Alrighty.
Oof. That's good. That's really bad for me. So that means I had to kill the guys in cover. They were getting cover, and then you weren't getting cover. So technically, we'll just say you died. I got just 2 guys left: the champion, and the marker light goes away, I assume.
Yes, the marker light is used. All right, my other ghost kills going to do the same thing. Big gun hitting on 4s because the marker light's gone. No.
Okay.
And then little gun hitting on 4s.
Okay.
He'll use the top step.
Yeah. Wow. All right.
Okie dokie. Well,
Okay. Overall, we lost 3 there.
not great for them, but it is what it is.
I can...
Alrighty. So next up, we will do start off with the flyer because it is at exactly max range from this guy. So if he gets pulled, then that's that for the flyer.
And we have a marker light on.
And there's a marker light there, and the flyer's guns are pretty exciting. So.
And that's from the flyer to these guys.
All right. So I'll pull the marker light. It's going to fire the ion cannons first, or ion rifles first, and it's going to overcharge them.
Oh, that's the thing you can do. Sure. I don't even know what an ion rifle is.
6, 7, 8,
Is it plasma?
10. Yeah, 11, 12. So it's strength 8, AP 2, 2 damage. If I roll 1 to hit, I take a mortal wound. And I am going to probably use Tau Step reroll to reroll one of those ones. So, murder myself. So I take, I'll reroll 1. Okay, so I take 1 mortal wound.
Fair.
3s do hit you.
Yeah, because marker light.
And you silvered over there, so these guys are just normal
2s,
toughness,
yeah.
right? This is 2s to wounds.
Don't show me nothing but 2s and 3s here. Oh, I'll be so sad internally. The problem with stratagems like this is they never... Okay, it wouldn't have mattered.
I'll fail 2.
Yeah. It would have stopped 2 more wounds.
Right.
That's fine.
So 8.
8 at minus
2.
6, 7, 8. So this is over 12 inches away, so we get... Unless we ignore light cover.
Oh, I didn't realize that. No, it's not.
So
okay.
we have 1 up save.
I'll put it in a bad place. Okay.
These are all 2 ups.
Kill a guy.
We do kill a guy. We have more shots, though.
It does, yes.
Who wants to die here? I guess regular dude. All right.
4 missiles. Again, 3s to hit. These are only strength 7, so 3s to miss. Just 2.
2 of them AP.
AP2. So.
AP2. 2s. Okay, well, that wouldn't have mattered. The count wouldn't have mattered there.
And like I said, it's not going to fire the once per game stuff. Alrighty.
Yeah, I don't think armor contempt or the cover mattered at all on that. It just I rolled 1s and 4s.
Okay. This is not the turn I was hoping to have, but it is the turn we're having.
We still have 3 rail
Do
rifles.
have 3 railguns and the commander to shoot.
Oh, gross.
So we are going to start off with this guy, got +1 hit from long strike into them. Which we'll start with long strike, because I think if he kills both of these guys, long strike might start losing line of sight. So long strike's going to go into them. 3-1 is forced to hit.
Nice.
2s.
That's a wound. That's just a dead dude.
Dead guy and 3 mortal wounds.
Ward! Okay, we take a wound on it. So that's a dead dude. We're going to lose... That's a side cam.
I apologize. I actually didn't declare where his SMS was going.
Oh, I assumed they were going to go somewhere.
I was going to go into the...
Oh, that's fine, too. The strike squad there? Yep.
Yep, so 3s to hit them, because he ignores the cover with the SMS.
2.
And then 3s to wound. He actually hasn't used his reroll to hit yet, because he just hit. So reroll hits.
Nice.
And then 3s to wound. With a free reroll for touchdowns. Oops.
That's another wound, yeah. That's 6 wounds?
Yep. AP1, which you ignore, but then ignoring your cover. So
yeah, so just 4 ups. That does kill one and wound another.
All right.
So that was that one rail gun. So we're gonna kill who or what? Where do I even want these guys to go, really? They could be a threat over there, I guess. So we're gonna lose you and put a wound on the guy right here. We're gonna keep the Justicar and his buddy beside him alive.
Sure. Devilfish is gonna put all of his guns into them because he's got nothing else to do.
Yeah, you might as well. Bring it on! And that's the Devilfish, who's kind of tucking his nose in over there. As he drove over there, he's gonna fire his burst cannon into the strike squad over here.
Yep. He's also got some gun drones.
And drones as well, yeah.
8. They actually function the same profile against you. We'll do the drones first. 4s to hit. And then 3s to wound. I'll use the scepter roll here. 3. No AP.
No AP. All 3 ups. That's another 2 damage. And then we have the other shots.
And then the accelerated burst cannon.
So that's 2 wounds. Let's keep track of that over there.
Strength 6, so still just 3s. I've already used my reroll. 2 AP1, but you ignore that, so still just...
Aha. We're good. So that's 2 damage. It was the first of the drone shots. Were they ignoring my
Nothing
cover?
ignores cover. So
also, I had 2. I had failed 1 then. Because I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Oh, yeah, you're more than 12. So you're in the building.
I'm in the ruins there, yeah. So that just means that guy's still dead, but I just don't take an extra wound.
Alrighty. And that's just... He had some plink shots, so may as well take them. All right.
Yeah, might as well, yeah.
We'll go with this hammerhead. He'll fire... Actually... Nope, if he kills these 2, then this guy was his last time. So this guy's going to go. This is 5s to hit them, and he'll fire the SMS over to these guys. I don't know if he has actual line of sight to them.
5s because...
4s to hit, -1 because you're dense. Oh, no, you're not in light cover.
They have to... One guy's not in light cover. They're not benefiting from light cover, yeah.
Okay.
So you're just regular.
Never mind. So 4s. Yeah, railgun at them, SMS at these guys, and he does have a line of sight to them. So 4s to hit them.
4s to hit them. Doesn't
Hits.
matter. You got the hit.
2s.
That's a wound. So that kills that guy.
Yep.
Because no save at all. And then 3 mortal wounds, which I... Ooh, you punk another guy. So that's just 1 Terminator champion remaining.
All right. Then SMS and those guys over there. 4s to hit. Hasn't used his free reroll to hit.
Nice.
Didn't matter. And then 3s to wound. Hasn't used his free roll to wound. Alrighty, 6 AP1. This does ignore cover.
6. Yeah, so these should be 3 up saves, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Because I ignore with contempt. I forgot about that earlier. So that kills a guy and wounds a guy. Okay. We got 1 wound left on the Justicar.
I got 1 hammerhead left. He's going to do the exact same split.
Nice.
So, into this guy, 4s. No, this guy got +1 hit from long strike, so this is 3s.
Ooh.
It'll hit.
Didn't even need it.
And then 2s. It'll wound.
And he's dead. Boom. Railguns.
8. All right. And then the SMS. 3s to hit because of the long strike bonus. He has not used his reroll to hit, so he'll use it here. And then 3s to wound.
Oh, wow.
He does get a free wound reroll, though.
Hey, I have a single 3 up, I believe, because of contempt.
Yeah.
Yep. Sorry.
All right. I do have left to shoot my commander.
Aha.
He can't see your guy, but he doesn't have to. So he's going to shoot his air bursting fragmentations into you.
Just the
guy with 1 wound left.
Yep, fair.
So whatever he shoots at this point is making 2 up saves because he can't see them.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, barrage and all
but,
that. Do you take the -1 to hit or anything like that, or does that matter for him?
Yeah, it is, but he rolls all hits and wins.
Oh, okay. That's probably not going to come up yet.
So it's not the most important. So 3d6 shots. It's a good start. 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 11.
Oh, yeah. Take as much as you need. Fascinating.
And then -1 ballistic skill. So this is 3s. Rerolling everything because of precision. Oh. So sorry about that. Precision of the Hunter.
He doesn't. They're not firing indirectly though with the SMS because I'm in the ruins and he can see my guys. So there's no negatives at all to it. It's just a regular shot. It's direct fire technically. But yes, you're right. Indirect fire is negative BS, but it's just not in this case.
It's not hitting on 6s. It's minus.
It's hard to see, but since these guys are in the ruins, they're not obscured.
Yeah.
They're just
there's just windows here and there, so he's just looking right through them.
Straight shot. Yeah. Once you're in the ruins, you can be seen.
4s to wound, but again, rerolling everything.
Yeah.
So a lot of 2s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 saves, and the 2-ups.
10 2-up saves on that one guy. On the one guy. That's the first 4. He's alive.
Oof.
Alrighty. With one wound.
I thought I had him on 10 saves.
Alright. I thought you did too.
That turn was okay. This was kind of a disaster. Clearing them makes it a little bit less disastrous.
That was good. Getting those Terminators out of there and weakening those Terminators kind of made they just capitalized on my aggression kind of failing.
I'm realizing I said I was going to surround the Warlord, and then I just didn't. Mind if I just pop one?
Oh, yeah, by your own side, yeah.
Alright, so that's just that movement error I made. So leaving them alive, not great. But we did do some damage, and I'm in a position that I don't hate. And next turn, I'm going to get to start doing a lot of damage.
Yeah,
because of Callion.
Yeah.
So I didn't score any more secondaries except for killing psychic units. I do think you have a morale in a couple places.
Maybe this guy lost 3, I think.
Yep.
So he's okay because that's a champion.
Yep, they're 8s.
And I lost 3 Terminators, so on a 6. No, that should be it. That's all I lost, I think. Oh, I lost 2 guys there, but they can't fail.
They can't fail.
Yeah. All right, so that will conclude the Tau shooting phase, which means, we have to do the fighting
Which
over
means
here.
there's now a fight.
Yep. So the morale, jumped the gun a little bit on that one, but we are gonna
So true.
we're gonna go ahead and jump to this fight over here, where I was lucky enough to not get overwhelmed by the pulse rifles that turned into, I don't know if I can get anything over there. There's too many buildings in the way, unfortunately. What am I even looking at? Oh, I'm way off. Yeah. Yeah, there's too many things in the way. Sorry, guys. I would like to get that shot for you, but it's too far away. Anyways, they got lucky there. So we're going to put the hammer attacks into the hammerhead, and then the 2 swords are going to attack the Fire Warriors. So we got 6 attacks from the Fire Warriors. 3s. Oh, boy, 2 hits. And 3s. It kills 1.
Okay, that was a guy.
We cut 1 Fire Warrior down, and then we have the hammer attacks. There's 4 of them hitting on 4s. That's not bad. These are 3s to wound. Two more. I think 2 or 3. Roll and I'll double check.
Saves.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
6 damage.
I have 1 left.
1 singular wound left, eh? Okay. Well, we'll try and make that work for us on our turn coming up. And then now we do morale. That's all done. And now for scoring, you do control one of the No Man's Lands objectives. So the Tau controlled that objective over there. It's worth 2 points, bringing them to 10 for the primary this turn. And secondaries, you're still not working towards that section or this section, but you have a lot of turns that have worked at. What do you have in reserve right now?
10 Fire Warriors.
10 more remaining Fire Warriors, okay. So I'm just going to augment your score by that. Let's let me keep track of this. Boom. Going to be a little bit of man reads book here, where man organizes book, essentially. So you get 2 points. You're up by 10. And then for secondaries, Abhor the Witch, you got a few more kills there. And sorry, it's 2 per unit, and then 3 for a character?
For Abhor the Witch?
Yeah.
2 per unit, 3 per character.
That's right. And you killed a unit.
Yep.
And that was the only unit you secured. But there's lots to kill still.
I killed the... Oh, that guy has 1
He's still technically alive.
He made his morale, right?
Yeah. Deploy the action 2. So you went up 12 points this turn.
Yep.
All right, to update the score, it's going to go... you were at 18 to my 20.
Yeah. A little afraid of that.
And then we're on to Battle Round 3, where... Am I going to get into a bunch of melee here? Do I need Mortal Wounds? Do I need the extra saves? Ooh, I don't know.
So I should be up to 2 CP if I remember correctly?
Yeah, I think I'm at 1 now.
Okay.
Boop, and you're at 2. All right, we're on turn 3. Command phase, Drago is going to give the reroll bonuses to the paladins nearby him, because why the heck not? Supreme Grandmaster and all that good fun stuff. That should be it for the command phase. We are then going to proceed right to movement. Well, for scoring, I am on 3 of the objectives, which does give me 12 victory points, which is very good for the Grey Knights here. I have to try and hold on and keep scoring. 12, because I hold more. Now I gotta send that home. I gotta keep that going. If I could, all I have to do is just get those guys onto the objective. I don't even think I'm gonna charge with them this turn. I think I'm just gonna advance with them.
Yeah, chat is pointing out that hammerheads blow up real bad when they explode. So.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, it's a 6-inch explosion for D6 mortal wounds.
That's a yikes.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to charge you, you jerk. All right.
And,
well,
normally I would not have a bunch of stuff next to the hammerhead, but things didn't go so great for the first couple of turns. Just have to hope it doesn't happen. So sometimes that's just how you gotta play the game.
The Terminators aggressively move towards the ghost skills. However, I can't advance through that groove. I have to charge you, which means I have to survive the Overwatch.
Yeah. Are those a Terminator? Is that just like a Terminator team, or
that's just they're troops? They're troops.
Oh, that's the troop one. Okay,
yeah.
cool.
So if they get on there, they'll deny some points.
Gross.
Hopefully. Now,
ghost skills do have a real melee weapon. It's only AP1, so you don't care, but it is damage too.
It's technically a good weapon. I remember Steve using it. I'm like, wait, that thing actually does damage.
Yeah,
it's got size, right? It's got
damage
size.
Too. It's not. It's Halo 5. It's not like terrifying, but like it could happen.
Are you coming to hang out? All right, Steve's coming to hang. We got chat. We got Steve here. If you have any questions for Steve, he's just sitting down, hanging out. We're gonna keep them in combat. Oh, they can fall back, shoot, and charge though, for a command point. That's really good.
For your last command point.
For my last command point. Well, with that, we could, because what do you have? Is any of this obstacle? Just that team's on there, right? But I could shoot them and clear them off that, ideally.
Presumably.
Presumably.
Pull my backfield objective for me, and that would be really bad.
Have the Paladins walk this way, light them up, and this up, and then have them fall back, shoot and charge and all that, and then put a lot of pressure on the
these guys living, disaster.
Yeah, it is definitely a disaster. I think that's definitely in the, I don't know, it's still with potential, but it's got a lot of good potential as well, because then I could tag the... but we have the commander. The commander will clear them out, but if I can get obstacle off of that, I'm in a great position. That's what I'm going to have to do here.
Hello, everybody. I'm going to take over the cameras and make it a little easier for these guys now.
When a Grey Knight teleport unit falls back. Yep. So shoot and charge even though it fell back. So that's fight on the move. That's only teleporter units. Now the problem is if I do that, I won't be able to 3d6 his psychic power.
Right, because you just don't have CP.
I just don't have CP, but I think this is way more tactically valuable. And if I don't roll a 7 again, the guy's a dummy. I can still fail the... You know what's nice? This is a guarantee. The 3 dice might not matter whatsoever. And I won't have CPs for rerolls, but fighting on the move here could... that gets another scoring unit off the table, leaves you with just tanks and everything.
Yes.
So I think we're going to do just that. We are going to move this Purgation Squad. They're going to move because they're going to be lighting up these breaches. I won't be able to see them because they're going to be through the ruins there. Yeah,
the breaches are hopefully in a position where only those strike teams are going to really be able to do much against them.
Right. We have Gate of Infinity on Drago. I kind of want him. Well, the problem is Drago's useless in this game because there's 3-4 hammerheads, rail rifles, so like any one of them looks at him, he's dead. So Drago, unfortunately, I'm paying the points for him. He's just going to stay in the middle and be safe. And then maybe gate out later on.
He does hold the middle pretty well. It's not a lot I can do about him just being there.
Yeah, that's essentially there's classic Marines with Terminators on the middle of the table, just holding the middle. We are going to have these guys move forward. 6. I know they're kind of moving off the objective by doing this, and it's a little awkward.
But the breaches are that important?
The breaches are important to clear out. We're going to keep one guy on the objective, because we could charge in, and I think there's a way I can, I have to go that way.
You think one guy's going to get to fight?
Yeah, because if I, charge over here... I'll see if I can figure it out. I don't know if I can manipulate it that heavily, but...
Yeah, we can probably get 2 guys, actually.
Yeah.
2 inches is pretty far.
2 inches is pretty far. Yeah, because I could have, do a chain like that. Yeah.
You can get to the fight.
Problem is, if you overwatch and kill him, then you overwatch and kill him. But we're going to see what we can get out of that. So the Purgation Squad over here have nothing to fire at. They're going to advance. An additional... Okay, well, geez, you know what? They don't really want to go anywhere. That's okay, boys. I get it. Life is difficult in the 41st millennium. So they're just going to go over here instead. They're going to gain some cover. I actually have no idea how valuable the Tide of Shadows is right now for me. So it's a little scary.
It's pretty good.
It didn't help out. It didn't really do much for me that turn, realistically.
Yeah, mostly because there's 5 Terminators on the table.
Exactly, yeah. So I think I'm going to swap out into Mortal Wounds and Melee to try and just push that last bit of damage through. To try and get something going for me here. These guys they're just going to stay on the objective, keep purifying this one. He's going to probably Gate of Infinity this turn, because he's safe to go somewhere because he's got the Relic, which can buy him a little bit of time. They've already moved. This Strike Squad member is probably going to just sit there, and he's probably going to swap with the Paladins. He's going to hide behind the Obscuring, and then the Paladins are going to be the ones to move right into it. And then just say, hey, what up? This is kind of our objective now.
Yeah, this is the part where I'm a little concerned about my third secondary. The hold 3 objectives at the end of my turns. Because that's at the end of turn 3, 4, and 5.
You're right.
And turn 3 might be really hard.
Paladin's going to go there. Drago is going to go to there. And then this guy is going to go... Problem is, like, there's like this weird solid wall here, so I can't, like, I have to be careful. I got one Paladin unable to shoot. I just don't see how I could keep him coherent and get his shots. He's got 24-inch range. He's good. He'll go there, shoot down the window, and I'm going to hit all the terrain.
At 6-inch range, purgation with convergence and side weapons?
It's... The problem is the line of sight. That's like not a bad idea, but it's like this is the abstract nature of the game, right? So like these ruins here are obscuring. So like I'm drawing the line through the obscuring terrain, and I won't be able to actually draw a line of sight to them. So we're just going to advance them. And the purgation squad in the back is just there to purify my deployment zone, I guess. It's an expensive unit to do it with, but that's what we got. So that's what we're doing it with, I guess. We're going to change that tide all the same, though. I guess technically before the Terminators move, this guy's going to move back here. He's going to be out of the ruin, but on the objective.
Just in case it changes anything, we are now in turn 3, so Kion is active, and it does work in Overwatch. So if that changes anything with that plant charge.
So 6 is to hit or 2 hits now.
Yes.
Yeah.
6 is double hit.
Well, I mean, I can't stop it. I'm going to go for it all the same, I think. How many command points do you have? 2, right?
I've got 2.
And you can it's just one
but
to...
They Overwatch for free.
Yeah, they Overwatch for free, but if I want to gate over here, you can make the charge more difficult, essentially. Yeah. Okay. And can vehicles do it against vehicles?
No.
Vehicles can't do it? Okay, so I could charge and kill a devilfish, I guess. Is that thing?
His 16 AP 0 shots just doesn't really matter against you.
And then the Librarian, of course. I would love to get him shooting. And he will shoot. He's going to move in the middle. Keep everything OBSEC, hang out in the middle. He's going to shoot down this lane. All right, so that's moved. They moved. They're behind obscuring terrain, relatively safe. They're over there, kind of zoning out that area. I got nothing zoning out this area. I could put like a dude there, but it's like, what is this, 9? Technically, if they're there, they would zone it out to a degree. So I got to keep that in mind. All righty then. Tough decisions here.
This game is very interesting.
Did I dock my own command point? I should be at 0. I didn't do it yet. All right, I'm at 0 for the fallback shooting charge.
I'm behind on points, but I'm really up on attrition.
Yes, you are very much up in attrition. So these guys are going to fall back.
This is a disaster.
This is good for me. This is very good for Luke. I would have loved to have like 1 or 2 more guys, but I am not going to scoff at what I have here still. All right, so we got to do a wound to that. We got to kill them. We got to do a lot of damage to them because they're still OBSEC. They're annoying. We've already done this table, this lane here. Hello. What's for dinner? I actually don't know. Probably chicken burgers.
I just realized it doesn't really change anything because there was a legal way of doing it. But I've like totally illegally parked a model just like on top of my flyer base.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, you can easily fix that.
There's a world where all of the shooting phase is the same if he's there. But I've just been looking at like that's gonna bother me. That's not legal.
All right, what do we have here? They don't control that objective because you have OBSEC on it. So all they can do is smite, which they're probably gonna do. Because what else they have? Okay, we're gonna start the psych phase off. We're gonna smite with these guys. We're gonna make it so that'll be the guy we smite from, nearest to them, and we smite good. D3 mortal wounds. It'll do 3 mortal wounds to them. That's a good start.
Just wanna pull not the squad.
Shoot brain bullets. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so that's them done. This squad over here, Hammerhand would be clutch. And how many wounds would Hammerhand possibly equate to over a smite? That's where it's difficult. Like how?
What's the math on that?
What's the math on that one? 3 per guy, and they're going to hit 2 of them, and they're going to wound...
Smite's better.
But that's per guy, so each guy would get essentially a reroll into 1 guy killed, and then the smite would kill 2 guys on average. With the higher end potential of them, there's always the perils too. Oh, you know what, we'll see. We'll do them last. We'll think about these guys last.
Yeah, we are...
Are you fully controlling the camera now? Gotcha, okay.
Yeah, chat's talking about town, the Horus Heresy, and unfortunately back then we were busy throwing rocks at each other.
Yeah, well, they were throwing rocks at each other. However, the galaxy is big, and there are other races that would look a lot like Tau. Not necessarily like Tau, but you could easily argue that a race existed at a technological level that the Tower at. Because the Imperium during the Grand Crusade came across thousands of races, mostly human.
Yeah.
But they were so far off of human culture and human like evolution at that point that they were like weirdly not exactly human. They are, I guess, at a bit. I don't actually know. But you guys understand what I'm saying.
Brandon, what's the description? Because you're the second person. I think there's a weird YouTube bug. You're seeing a previous description.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and try this guy's stupid psychic power again.
He's going to try and teleport himself?
He's going to try and teleport himself.
Alrighty.
Needing a 7. Gate of Infinity. Fail it. If I had a third D6, I would have passed. But I would have not have had the pressure.
Yeah, this is way better.
That's way better. All right, so he's going to sit, but he's just defending my back objective. It's not the worst thing, because you have to get back there at some point, too, for your action. So if he's still alive later on in the game, not too bad. These guys are going to cast nothing because they can't bother. These guys have to purify this objective, so I don't know what I was thinking about. They're going to purify this objective.
Right. Didn't matter.
They got it. So this objective's purified. We're going to have that one lone strike man purify his objective over there. We got that one. And then the last one, the Purgation Squad back there, is going to attempt to purify that objective. We got all 3 of them. That's 4 more points for purifying objectives. Okay. So that means they're all done. The other powers here to cast are on the Armored Resilience on the Paladins. I think they fail, actually. 64.
I have no idea.
That's probably a 6. Armored Resilience is 6. Yep, so they don't get Armored Resilience. They only cast 1 power, so they fail that. And then we have... Drago has nothing in range and line of sight. The nearest visible to him is... He could smite this way, I guess. Maybe. Let me double check his line of sight visibility. Yeah, put him in a position to shoot through that window, but realizing now that I can't actually see anything, so I might have to adjust him to there.
Yeah.
I can only see that one fire warrior.
That's all I need, though, right?
I think. Let me double check over here.
Oh, he's got him.
Yeah. But however, 18 inches.
He does not.
That's tight. That's a tight one. He can fire his bolt gun. What else does he have? He's got Empiric Amplification. He's got Vortex of Doom, which is the same issue. We're just not ready to pop out with him yet. And that's the thing. Dang, we're not ready to pop out with anyone. These guys are really they're failing the crucial psychic. They're getting me victory points, which is good.
Yeah, it's so hard. It's
Librarian, Warp Shaping.
feeling the echoes of our last game. Just Terminators build the table.
Yeah.
It's so hard to interact with.
Yeah, I'm trying to utilize their jumping and everything, which is not happening. And then this Librarian can't smite either, so he's just going to warp shape. We're going to change it to a different warp. We're going to leave the Tide of Shadows. Haha! And we fail. Okay, that's fine. We're still in Shadows.
Okay.
Oh, gosh. That should be... we have those guys over there. They're going to cast Hammer Hand. That's probably more valuable.
That makes sense.
Well, they perils. D3 mortal wounds. And they take... I got 1 wound left on the dude. That's okay, because if they're going to get hit by Overwatch, they're dead anyways.
Feeling the pain of playing Thousand Suns, casting spells with no CP. Like, oh boy.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. It's pretty rough when a lot of this... Well, you know what? I'm just glad I got all the psychic actions done. Okay, well, we are on to shooting. We are going to start with some pretty basic ones. We're going to have this unit fire everything into the Fire Warriors there.
Yeah.
4 Stormbolters. That's 2 Stormbolters, 4 Stormbolters, 3s, and 3s. That is only 3 wounds.
Shaping is charge 4, if that matters.
I don't really know what I rolled. Probably failed it. If I got a 4, I got it.
I have 4 armor.
I killed 1 guy.
Okay.
1 guy. Okay, well that's a start. That's a start. We just have to make them fail morale, or 1, 2, 3. Just got to kill 6 guys in melee. That's all doable as well. Okay, so that's them done shooting. These guys are going to fire into the Breacher team. That is the same amount of Stormbolters. 4, 8, 12. 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. Oh, jeez. 4. Okay, that's not bad. I assume Breacher teams also are 4-ups.
Yeah, everyone's 4-up armor.
Nice, only kills 1. Okay.
I'll take it. I'll pull this guy.
Not bad. Not bad. Okay. So then we have all the shoots in the middle to resolve.
Chat's saying that your power went off, so do you want to be in a different thing?
Yeah,
I do think you got it for.
I think I believe I got a 4. All that means is my melee weapon 6 to wound do a more wound in addition to the normal damage, so it doesn't change any of this. Luckily. Okay, we are gonna go Kaldor Drago firing into the Pathfinders or into the Fire Warriors there.
Sure.
That's a good question. He's got a slightly different Stormbolter, I think. I might just be mastercrafted.
I couldn't tell you.
It's like AP 1/2 damage.
While you looked it up, chat's asking about working on 1,000 Suns, any specific model that's needed for a 1,000 Suns list. I mean,
Scarab Cult, Rubric Marines.
you don't need anything.
love-
You need
you
Rubric
don't
Marines.
need- yeah, you
Rubric
need
Marines you should probably be running.
I'll hit.
There's certainly better models, but like even the worst models in the book are fine because it turns out when you slap a 5 up vulnerable save across all of the medium space marine vehicles, all of a sudden they're fine. Just like a Ryan with 5 up invuln.
It's
Yeah,
pretty good model.
That's pretty good, yeah. If they get like the Chaos Land Raider that Chaos Space Marines have, they'll have a T9, 2 up save, armor contempt, and a 5 up invuln. It'd be amazing.
And they have like sweet strats too. They can
Yeah.
like, make them like +1 AP and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's 2 saves.
2 saves at -1.
All right, these are 5s. Nope.
Magnus?
Still saying Magnus.
Magnus? You need Magnus? Yeah, you definitely need Magnus.
No,
you
sure.
need armor. That's it, Magnus.
That's if you need anything at all, you definitely need Magnus.
I really enjoy painting and playing with Magnus, but he's definitely not a need.
We are going to have these Terminators here fire into... What's the toughness and save on these guys?
T7, 3 up. And of note, the drones are attached to the back guy.
Yeah. T7, 3 up. How many wounds?
12.
Whatever. I'll shoot at him. There's no like weird shoot back thing.
No.
Trauma from the
No,
heresy.
you just hit them. They are -1 to be hit.
Yeah, I got a -1 to hit. 4s with the Stormbolter. 1 wound. No AP.
3 up.
All right, and then we have the 3 shots from the... Where's the 2 shots from the side cannon? I think it's 3 shots, because I thought it was 4. We hit on 4s, and wound on 4s. That is no wounds there. So that's all finished. That's all resolved. I think we've done all of our... No, we have the Paladins in the middle. Okay. Well, I got to figure that out. So Paladins in the middle. Oh, you know what? The Librarian, the only target he has is that Devilfish, and he just got a regular Stormbolter. So, please.
Devilfish has lost a lot of wounds from bolters.
And we'll take 1 more save. He's okay.
Okay.
Now we go on to the Paladins. Paladins.
Oh, I don't know. I did not know what you said.
Said like Salahadin, but
I heard
yeah.
I heard.
Silencer. All right, heavy 6. There's 2 of them in there.
Everything.
Did I say side cannons?
Nothing.
In the list, I paid whatever they're the same points, so they are silencers. They're the assault guns. Cool. What I got? I got 1. Yeah, I got 2 of them right there. But I want to strip that wound off of that that not Land Raider, but that Hammerhead, because that's victory point.
There is a 1 CP strat to make it act a top profile.
Yeah.
So if you leave it alive, it's just gonna do Hammerhead things.
Okay, well, these guys are heavy 6, strength 4, -1 damage. I'm gonna put both into him and the Stormbolters into the Pathfinder and the Fire Warriors. So we're gonna do heavy 12 at strength 4, -1.
Okay.
Rerolling all hit rolls. 6. These are hitting on 4s though. Unless Paladins hit on 2s. I don't think they do. Look at me knowing my army.
You're gonna need 2s.
Luke, are you trying to tell me you don't know 100% of every 9th edition book?
No, I don't, unfortunately. And
Embarrassing.
And I didn't build my army with any coherency. It was like that's a weapon skill too. I knew they hit on 2s in some regard. I didn't think it was shooting though.
Is BS3 weapon skill 2?
Yes.
Sweet.
So I hit on 4s, but I reroll everything.
Oh.
Because
pretty good.
Drago said so. Well, 2 more hits. Thank you, Drago. I actually wish I could have put more shots in it. 5s to wound.
I apologize. I got distracted by talking about quirks in chat, which is like, quirks are sweet. All that lore is awesome. This is against what?
These are 4 saves at -1 against the that guy.
Oh, the Hammerhead?
Yeah.
4s! Okay.
Does he explode?
It's going to be interesting because I probably get to kill this guy, but I also lose a fair amount of
He falls over. He doesn't keep fighting. He's just out of commission for this fight. If
That's
that Hammerhead blew up, it was gonna hit everything that area for D6 mortal wounds.
Hammerheads explode for D6, which is like
Why?
kind of wild. It makes playing this army a little bit interesting because sometimes like a Hammerhead just explodes in your lines, and you're like, well, I didn't really have an opportunity to interact with this, and also I just took 20 damage.
And then we have the 3 remaining Stormbolters into them.
Yeah, for sure.
3s to hit with a reroll, because Drago. And He helps with one. You know, Drago's not that inspiring, apparently.
Leader of men.
Leader of men. He got into some weird stuff. 3s. That's a good one. That's 6 saves.
Am I getting any sort of cover from these guys?
Any guy within 3 inches and going through that would be in cover. So it looks like 2 of them probably, or 3. I'll say 3.
It's definitely at least 2. I'm not sure now, right?
Yeah.
It's 3. All right, so it's 6. So I'll roll these in batches of 3.
Yes.
So 3 ups. I lose 2.
I got 1 at
3
a
up.
time now.
3 up.
Nice.
3 up. Okay, I lose 2.
2 dudes? All
They
right.
have to be the guys.
That has to be those 2, yeah.
So we'll take these 2. Is one of those the squad leader?
That's all of my stuff fired. Now I have to go through some suspicious maneuvers here. I assume if you overwatch over here...
I can't do it over there.
You can't do it over there. So I'll charge first here. That's fair. These interceptors will charge the fire warriors. What do? They smoked, right? Yeah, so they charge 4.
You're in.
We're going to go... I have to stay an inch away from that, though.
Yep.
We're
Presumably you will consolidate into it.
That is a very safe assumption. We're going to go exactly like that. And then we're going to go, these stupid Terminators. If I make that charge and I live, we're good. Great spot, amazing. But I have to survive the Overwatch. Especially the Kalyan Overwatch.
Yeah, Kalyan Overwatch is good. Are you doing the charge?
That one over there, I will.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I'll do my free Overwatch.
It's a system that they have where it still uses a stratagem and it costs no command points, though.
All right, so big gun on 5s. Ooh, nothing.
You want to reroll on the big gun or no?
It's the same.
Oh, so it doesn't really matter. Gotcha.
Little gun.
Oh, we got
I'll use my
hit.
reroll here. 2 hits.
2 hits, because they get the +1 of their Overwatch.
2s.
All right. Lady Luck. Dang it. Well, we
both
tried.
dead.
They're dead, yep. Womp womp.
All right.
Let me tell you guys, it's been a struggle for these Terminators from the start, so that doesn't change the narrative too much.
That charge would have been real bad for me.
That I think could have been a game-winning charge if they made it. Just on the skew the points.
It does a lot of gross things to the score.
Yeah, it does very gross things to the score. Unfortunately, not going to make that. This whole turn was actually really, really hard. But I didn't really have the command points to make them more guaranteed anyway.
Kind of gross things happen for both of us. That's really bad for you, but this is really bad for me.
Potentially. This could actually do the same thing overall if this works. But I have to get consistency here. These guys have to charge over here as well.
Oh, that's so true.
Or they have to at least try. 7. Bloop.
It's the wounded guy in front.
Yeah, wounded guy is going to have to go in the front.
That makes sense.
And then this guy's just going to stay on the objective.
Yeah.
And just part of me wants to, like, is there any way where I could go? I'm trying to think of if he goes here, and then if they're all wiped out, they're close to be over there, but then he'd have to wipe them out.
I don't think you can wipe them out.
I do mortal wounds on my hits as well.
Oh, because
yeah.
you changed the tide?
Yeah, I changed the tide,
Never
yeah.
mind, you can't.
I'm not going to bother. I'm not going to risk it, though. But the problem is they could pile in, fight, and then pile in again.
Yeah, they can end up on the objective. Well, next time they can fall back and shoot anyway, so.
That's true, too. I was hoping to do more shooting, I suppose. Well, I'm going to go for it anyways. You have no interrupting capabilities. You do, but...
I mean, I do, but it's not going to.
I'll fight first over here, then. That's a little bit more important.
I could use the strat. I will choose not to.
So we're going to pile in. You'll go closer that way. You're just going to stay where you are, essentially. And then we'll go the big hammer first, because we got to kill them. These hit on 4s. Okay, not bad. 2s to wound. 6s are mortal wounds in addition. So that's 1 mortal wound and 3 saves at -3, I believe. Now I have to double check. Because it might be, I think it's just a thunder hammer.
Oop.
I guess if you roll 6s is all that really matters.
Drop more dice. All right, the 6, it matters.
Now we have to look, everybody.
I've launched a die across the room.
You know what? That is okay. We'll worry about that
Hard
die.
floor.
It's we fed it to the floor. Nemesis, Demon Hammer is only -2.
Okay, so there's 3, so 2 lie, and then the mortal wound. So
Yep,
3 go
kill
down.
3 there. And then we have 6 strikes with the swords, which is the dice right there. Oh, game. That's, well, 1 dead. All right. Well, I guess there's always potentially morale, but I don't know. You probably have ways to circumvent that.
I have to insane bravery, honestly, is the way I would circumvent that. So
We'll go you up there, you'll go to there, and you'll just stay there. There we go. And then, would you like to interrupt over here?
no.
That's fair. 6 more attacks over here. Can you guys do better? That's a good start. They hit with everything, and they wound on 3s. There we go. Nice. 5 ones. We kill 2 guys.
That's really good for
What are you
me.
gonna do?
You know what? That's okay. I will probably throw in the towel after that, but we're gonna do your turn to see what it looks like.
Yeah, that's
I'm always an advocate to keep going, but nothing interesting is really happening here.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Well, I thought it's my dice.
Yeah,
I can't do anything about it.
Yeah, just because this is going to be a huge point swing.
This is a big point
They're going to
swing.
fight, and basically what's going to happen is this guy's going to pile in. No one's going to die. He's going to consolidate. He's going to end up on the objective.
Yep. So yeah, this guy is the most important one because he goes to there, which then he would go. Well, he would go to there technically. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Actually, you may not be able to do it.
Yeah, because he would go. Well, I guess yeah, he'd be closer to him.
I can't steal it from you.
Yeah, you can't steal it. Yeah.
I only am closest to this guy.
If you could go, let's see, maybe there is a way you could do this.
I'll control the end of my turn.
Because he could do. Because technically, what's the distance here? Because I think you're good to do this. Because it's like, we'll say it's like a little bit over 2.5.
Piling closest model or closest unit.
It's closest model. So you could still do it because technically.
So you have to surf in between.
Because if he goes,
he can do it.
If he goes there, or more to there, because he's closer to that model still.
Yes, and then he's close to this model. When he consolidates, he'll consolidate on the objective.
Yeah, because now he just goes bloop, and then he's technically closer to that model than he was before.
And I'll be holding. It doesn't change anything though, because I don't hold this. I just contest you for it.
Well,
You're
yeah,
upset,
true.
right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it doesn't change anything. Okay, I'm trying to find ways to get the game over. Please just kill me
Lucas
again.
is like, I want to leave.
I'm done with this one. We tried. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah, that's. Oh, all right. Well, that's after consolidating the
Total War 3. I played a lot of Total War 3. It was okay. It was weird. Like it was like initially, it didn't like bring me in as much as Total War 2 did. But Total War 2 I had years of growth. Sorry.
Still try their luck. 5s.
Strike him down.
And then 5s. The Tau Scepter. 2.
2s. 3 ups. Oh no!
That's a little unreal.
my dudes. Hey, you know what? I only lost one guy. I killed 2 of his.
3. You saw one. You took a guy off in shooting 2.
You get no fought by the towel.
You know what? It happens.
Yeah, and over here we'll pile onto the objective. Those 2 guys will fight. 3 attacks. 1 hit. 5s to wound.
Okay.
1.
3. Oh, he lives.
The Hammerhead. 3 attacks. 6s. Okay. Tau Scepter roll. Okay. That is about it.
Not bad.
So, don't actually flip that objective. This one, I have 2 CP.
Yes.
I have to spend them to Insane Bravery here. If I don't, it becomes your objective. I only hold 1.
You might still stick around, though. I don't know. You have 2. I have 0.
So the thing is, I have to roll 1. You killed 8 guys.
Well, you could fail, and the other guy doesn't roll a 1 or a 2.
At which point you have 3 guys on it, and I have 3 guys on it.
Well, yes, exactly.
Because vertical, I don't think counts. So,
the vertical drone.
Yeah, and I don't control that one. So
it's probably better in your interest. You'd probably be able to if you're just insane here. I think
I have to spend the 2.
You can put me down here.
I just spend the 2. Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm at 0 CP. I will hold that objective. All right. So it goes to me.
Yes, that's 2 CP, Insane Bravery, once per game there. Boop boop, and then the end of my turn, I gain. I'm doing fine on scoring, but dang, I'm losing the will to keep playing these guys right now.
Uh-oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault.
I do find that Tau. I usually reserve them more for tournament play because they can be a little bit grueling to play against. They're a very attrition-based army.
So I get 2 there. Yeah, well, the problem is I missed... the major thing is I lost 4 points on Teleport Strike again. I'm being a little... like if he rolled a 7, what he was going to do is he's going to show up over here and blow them to pieces to get the 4 victory points. And then he's pretty safe over here. And then he can just bounce around. I was going to use him for the rest of the game or whatever, but...
Oh, something I also just thought of, too. There was turn 2, when you had those 5, you teleported the 5 paladins in, and they shot at the ghost kills and then charged them.
Yeah.
There was like 2 fire warriors here.
I could have. I was just getting
that was like
greedy.
4 points to kill them.
I know. That one I didn't because that would attack. That one's technically only 3. The first one's 4. The last one's 3. But if I could get it for the rest of the turns, that would have only whiffed 3 of my points. I still could have gotten 12, and I wasn't too concerned about it. And I was playing like very greedy, but the greedy plays have come back to bite me in the butt now. But that's kind of what happens.
Oh, sorry. I have a morale test here that I just haven't been doing. This one.
Yes.
We're just gonna roll. All right, 4. They've lost. They lost 4 this turn because one died.
Full?
They what?
Were they? Oh, they lost only 4.
No, they lost 1 in the previous combat. They were at 9.
Yeah.
They've lost 4. That's 8, so they're okay. All right. I think that's it for morale because I Insane Bravery there, and you. Oh no, man, they could fail.
Could they?
You killed 3, so on a
That's true. Get out of here. No, they're holy. All right. Well, not bad.
All right. So, beginning of my turn, everyone gains a command point. So,
yeah.
up to 1. I think you're also up to 1.
Yeah, we're both at 1 right now.
All right. Now we're starting with the Kalyan, which is really good. So now I can fall back and shoot. Although of note, when I fall back, I lose the exploding 6s from Kalyan.
18 plus 4 is 20. That was a good turn because dang, it sucks. That was what did I get? I got 20 points that turn. Wait. 16. Wait, how do I do math? 12, 14, 18. I got 18 points that turn. I'm at 38.
All right. I'm going to start moving. So these guys are going to fall back because they can grab the objective if they do that.
Very good maneuver.
So what's our line for the building?
That's the whole thing plus that line there.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they're going to want to be not in the building because they'd like to not get shot at by Grandmaster Dread Knights.
True. True.
Because they fell back, they're not going to get the explosions, and they're -1 to hit. These guys are going to move up. 6.
Here come the Tau.
And this is like model by model movement here is actually pretty important because Kalyan is model by model.
Naturally.
Which means that some number of these guys are going to explode and some aren't. Yeah, so the front 2 have it and the back ones don't.
Oh, because they'll be going that way. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is they're outside 12. Kalyan explosions are 12 inches.
Oh, I see that. That matters too. Yeah.
Oh, I keep forgetting to do like my command phase things. That's on me. He's going to give them the rerolls.
Yep.
Because 9 inches because Tau Sept. And then long strikes and give this guy the marker light.
And then in your command phase, at the end of it, you do gain 8 points for your 2 objectives you're holding.
And everyone's starting the marker light action.
Not too shabby. And then you're going to be gaining 2 because you're probably not going to fight for my objective.
Unlikely.
And then you killed a unit over there with Abhor the Witch, so that was technically 2 points for that there. And you killed that unit there. Well, you're probably going to kill those units. I'll wait. But so far you're at 2 because you killed those paladins. You're probably going to get 15 on that this turn.
I think so.
Yeah. You should be able to. Fallen back, Coward.
Fallen back. We're actually falling back over you. Although actually, there's like a... I can't fall back over you because there's not enough space between our imaginary table edge. So he's actually going to fall back. This is going to fall back like around the building. Because he doesn't really want to fight paladins charging him. Yeah, so he's just going to do the full 12. It's a little far.
Nice.
Ideally, he would have loved to have poked out here, shot the Grandmaster, and forced you to use the teleport. However, I actually think I'm going to somehow just continue to not pop that.
Okay, I like that.
You gotta read it.
Lucas dim screen.
You have to read it, dude.
In the distance moon. All right, Daniel, a $5 super chat. I'd like to take this moment to announce the launch of the Luka fan club. We are called the Howda Crew. All are welcome to join. Howda Crew. Sound off.
How do I join? Is there a membership fee? Where do I pay?
How do you do? Why is it the Howda Crew?
Don't know, don't care. I'm a happy Howda Crew member now.
Weirdly enough, Howda is one of my favorite words. It's like a weird, it's like, what's a Howda? It's like that thing they have on top of elephants and like.
While Ben's moving, can you give us a rundown of your favorite words?
Howda.
Top 5 words.
Filigree.
Make it really hard.
Filigree, yes. I can. This is true. One of his favorite words is filigree.
Howda, filigree.
You're making my movement phase really hard.
What else could I go with? Howda, filigree, and I can't. My gut's not telling me anything right now. You pay $5 to Luka every week. I love this crew. Yo, wait, everyone join, dude. Let's do it. I love the Howda Crew. Howda, filigree. I don't know. I think I like contempt. That's a good word too. I've always liked contempt, and disdain is disdain's like my word of the week right now. I'm using disdain a lot. Those nerds are flying. Are they jump dudes? Yeah.
Yeah, they fly. Yep, jump X.
What else do I like? What's your favorite word? Do you have a favorite?
Chump.
Oh, that's a good word. I like chump. I do like triskaidekaphobia, only because that's like a weird one that I can't remember.
What is that?
That's the fear of the number 13.
That's an
That
excellent word.
cannot be a real thing.
That's an excellent word.
Triskaidekaphobia. It is the fear of the number.
I just thought it was a fear of
there's a fear
crackers.
of like weirdly enough there's a fear of like a lot of numbers. There's a phobia of a lot of numbers. Remember what was that movie with Jim Carrey? 21?
Yeah.
Yeah.
21 or 23?
It was 23, I think.
23. Yeah.
I think it was I think that's the thing. I think there's a fear of the number 23, or is that with that movie specifically?
That's absolutely ridiculous. I'm not trying to make fun of people's.
Conspicuous is very it's true.
There's plenty of things left to be afraid
Ooh,
of.
dubious. Dubious. That's a good word too. I like dubious. Thank you. You reminded me of dubious, Private Captain.
The airplane's got some options.
My stuff.
The paladins are not one of them because you make 2 up saves against it.
Yeah.
Basically obligated to just fire railguns at paladins until they go away.
No.
Because I don't have anything else that can hurt
What does the
them.
paladin get right now? They have a 0 up save,
They get 6s against railguns.
so -5. They do. Those monsters get 6
Ar-
up saves.
if you get the armor spell off, it's actually 5s. You start actually making some reasonable saving throws against that. I might send the plane
There's a 2 up,
after these guys.
1 up in cover. There's 0 up right now, -5. It's actually a 5 up. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, with the armored resilience.
Saying that you're playing after these guys is interesting because then that sort of starts to make it really hard for you to use the Grandmaster and also hold your backfield objective without sending things backwards.
Joke's on you. I'm conceding at the end of this turn no matter what.
Oh.
Oh, well, see, maybe if you whiff everything, I'll keep trying. But if I had to predict my turn 4, it's failed jump, failed shoot, failed charge, failed kill.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Maybe we have some failed kills over here.
We'll do it like this just to...
I had the first turn, every railgun missed.
That's true. I missed
the first turn, every
I hit with
railgun
one.
missed.
I hit with one.
That's what you did.
I got
what
one
the heck
railgun.
did you kill? What did you kill with it? You
I
killed
killed, I don't think it mattered. Like, it wasn't like
some
important
strike
at all.
squad or something.
I killed like
It was
2 strike planes.
yeah.
Yeah, because it was like, all right, there's 5 guys in there. I want to clear that objective, and I fired every railgun in my army out, then I killed 2 guys.
But playing this game with the Grey Knights reminded me of how much I adore them. I love the Grey Knights.
Really?
I friggin' love the crap out of them. They play every phase. I mean, because a lot of their things are heavily reliant on the psychic phase. There's tons of room for error. Yes. Like even though you have like 3d6 cast, take the 2 highest rerolls, you can still. I've played lots of games where like that's why they kind of struggle because they heavily rely on the psychic phase. The Thousand Suns, the same. If Thousand Suns lost the game, it's because they probably had a weird, wonky psychic phase that didn't score them the points they needed, and then they lost the game because of it. I mean, that's true for every army, technically, right?
Fair.
But there's a ton of room for fail in that phase.
Yeah, the fact that you have like the 3rd phase of playing over 1,000 Suns, like 1,000 Suns are shooting psychic. Their melee is just not good.
Right.
So the fact that as Grey Knights, and those guys are coming in from reserves, and they will be doing the action on that corner.
There is just too many cool armies to play, dude.
Yeah.
There's not enough time and too many cool armies to play. They're gonna go over there and investigate that intersection.
Jack's asking if I'm still bullying people. He's a buddy from back home.
He is currently. My poor Grey Knights are falling over.
Slower
than I thought, mind you. In fact, I still have quite a bit left to play with, but they're just not really getting there. You know, they're just lagging behind.
Yeah, that's sort of one of the things the army does is just like the killing power is enough that you can kind of just like the threat of it forces your opponent to play behind buildings, and all of a sudden there's just like not enough stuff out.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So important things I need to do this turn. This is the turn that my decisive action starts scoring, but we've already kind of got that as long as I don't.
Correct.
Something weird happens over there. I don't think.
Yeah, because you have your own. You have your own. You have this one and that one. Yeah. That was so close to. I had great threat everywhere. It just fell short. Oh, that happens.
Yeah. Actually, technically, don't. I need to kill a guy. So there's a world where that happens.
Got to kill a dude. There's only 1 wound left on the one dude.
But the commander can also charge in if things go really bad.
I like that commander. I'm jealous. I like having the best melee guy on the table. I hate that the Tau have the best melee guy.
Yeah, that's a little. That's a little question.
That's like when I mentioned if you weren't here in the beginning, I mentioned the pregame show early on. Usually everyone has like a little goal they like in a game. Like they want something to happen specifically. I like having the best melee guy and I like him killing like 1 unit. That's it. That's like one of my things. Yeah. I don't have the best melee guy right now. I have like Kaldor Drago and a Nemesis Dread Knight Grandmaster. Not as good as a random Tau commander.
Yeah. All of my marker lights kind of got bullied off of their firing lanes by these 3 guys. So I'm just firing all 4 of them at them because I have no other line of sight at anything else.
No!
So 3 ups.
They had such ambition.
Hey, got 2 marker lights on you.
All right, I'll leave that there. We'll remember that.
All right, so we'll start off with the guys who can actually use the marker lights. These 2 fire warriors are going to go into them. So I got 4 attacks. Hidden on 3s from that marker light. Bloop. But -1 to hit because they fell back, so it's actually 4s.
Sure. Oh, because Kalyan, yeah.
Yeah. 6s explode from this guy, but not from Kalyan because they fell back. So 4 hits, and then 3s to wound. And I'll use a Chalice after roll here. Just 2.
2?
On your armor save.
-1. 3 up. Ba-bam. Oh, no! Contempt does not... Oh, that's a marker light. Don't mind that die who went to the ends of the world.
All right, that's them. That's actually really everything I had that could use those marker lights. So we'll just fire the commander into them.
You can put a broadside or a railgun into them if you really want to.
We'll start off with the thermoneutronic projector, just the relic flamethrower.
That's a weird name.
Yeah, so it's 5 shots. It's D6 plus 2. This is a prototype flamethrower that loses the auto hitting ability, so I have to roll to hit. 2's rerolling everything.
But it's a little more powerful, I assume.
Yes, it's strength 4, AP 2, 2 damage, and he did not fall back, so that 6 will explode.
Ooh.
And it's going to be 4 wound, rerolling everything. Alright, that is 5.
5. Well, I might lose those.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. AP 2 normally?
AP 2.
Oh,
3 ups.
4
4 ups, rather.
4 ups. That kills them both.
And it's 2 damage. Yep.
Area secured.
Alright. I'm going to fire with this strike team into these grenades over here. Everyone's in rapid fire range, but only the front 2 guys are in Kalyan range, so we'll fire them first. So these are 4s to hit, rerolling 1s because of the buff that they got from over there. Extra explosion. 3s to wounds.
Oh, nice.
5.
5. We got 1 dude in cover, 1 dude not in cover.
So the guy out of cover has a wound on him. So
he dead, and then?
Those are 2s.
Oh, he did. Well, probably passes them, but bloop, dead.
Alright, all the breachers are going to shoot at that guy. They're -1 to hit, and they don't. Okay. They're like -1 to hit, and there's no explosions or anything, but.
I believe in his. He doesn't die, he leaves.
Okay. And then the ghost kill over here is going to fire into the paladins.
They can't be hurt.
He isn't within 12, so he's going to get explosions. So fire with the big gun first. 4s, so 2 hits, and then 2s to wound. 2, AP 4, which I actually think gives you like 4 ups.
Yeah, I'm curious. So they got 0 up save right now, so it's AP 3. So yeah, 4 ups. Haha! Ha!
My other 2 guns will both miss, so I'll use the task up roll here. Miss any. Alright, guy in the back is going to shoot at them. He's got 18 because I measured that before he moved, but nothing's exploding here. So
yeah.
4s to hit, 2 hits, 2s to wounds. Well, that's an easy task after reroll. 2, AP 4, so 4 ups.
Make 1, fail 1.
Alright, D6 damage. Oh, reroll that.
Live. That's a dead paladin. What do we got here? We got Buddy Boy. That's the leader dude. Where is he? I don't care about the staff. I'm gonna lose the staff. He's like right there. It's gonna be a pain in the butt. Sure.
I'll roll the 2 guns. And they miss.
All right.
I think pretty much all I have now is just shooting railguns in the air.
Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna bother doing that.
All right, I'm gonna fire the airplane. He's gonna fire all of his guns at the is that purgation squad in front of him?
Yeah, heavy weapon team. Hello, staff man. Bye bye.
8.
Staff man.
And I forgot to fire his marker light, so
that is a-okay. You
1,
can throw
2,
it
3,
down.
4,
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8. Nah, I forgot it. I'll leave it. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
May you roll only 3s.
4s to hit. That's a lot of explosions, but it's also a lot of mortal wounds that I take. I'll reroll 1 of these with the Tau Scepter reroll.
Smart.
Cool. And then these are 2s to wound. 3 extra hits.
Where'd you get that? Is that like your bomber?
That's the base I have borrowed from you guys.
Okay, yeah.
So that is 7.
7 saves. I don't like rolling saves.
AP 2.
Ha! Joke's on you. It's only AP 1. Unless it's AP 3.
No, it's AP
Okay. Unless it's AP 3. 7, eh? All right. 4s. How much damage? 2?
Just, yep, 2.
They're all murderated.
Okay. Airplane's also injured. It's down to 9 wounds. It's taken several mortal wounds from its own guns.
Shadling says, with 4 books coming out for Age of Sigmar this fall, 1 order, 1 death, 2 destruction, what armies are you hoping for? I'm going to assume it's the Bone Reaper or the Flesh Eater Court book for death. Probably Flesh Eater Courts. And the other ones I don't care about.
Amazing. All right. Last thing I got is 3 hammerheads. They're going to fire all of their guns into the guys in here, the paladins.
Okay.
So, first hammerhead, railgun. Forced to hit, no.
Do you reroll?
He gets a reroll.
Yeah, that's their thing, right? Yeah. Oh, no!
Choose. Free reroll. All right. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You know what? Weirdly enough, the railguns haven't done a whole lot. It was those guys who hammered my flanks.
Those
super
guys
hard.
blew up all the Terminators.
And the strike spot over there too. That was my bad. That I do. I shouldn't have put any focus over there. I got greedy on that.
You should have
one.
given up on that objective.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the railguns have killed 5 Terminators this game, and the SMS have killed
Everything else, so much more. And I didn't even care about the SMS. Oh my gosh.
So he's unforced the SMS. So it's 3 hits and then 3 wounds.
Who's this going for?
2. Still everything in the Terminators.
Oh, it's 2 of them. 2s. Ha!
All right. And then Long Strike will try the same thing. His railgun hits on 3s, and then it will wound on 2s. All right, he actually gets it. You get an armor save.
I do. Of a 5 up, I think actually, because they do have the armor resilience up.
Oh, they got that.
I think they got that. I think they did.
Okay. Cool.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
All right.
Ha! I got an armor save against a railgun.
3 mortal wounds though.
That's fair.
That's the first time anyone's ever made it.
Aha! I take 1 damage from a railgun. That actually wounded me.
That is the least damage I've ever done with a railgun.
That's wounded.
Yes. All right, his SMS. 1, 2.
It's a very Jack Sparrow moment. It's like, I see, I lost it, but I did survive a railgun wound.
Yes. He did not need to re-roll a hit roll, so he'll do it now. It didn't matter. And then he'll move on 3s. Okay.
2?
Just 2.
2s. Oh no! Oh yes.
All right.
He's got 1 wound left.
Last hammerhead is going to go into the same target. He's going to fire his SMS first in an attempt to get that wound off you. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. This is 3s to hit because he got the buff from Long Strike. And then 3s to wound. Just 4.
4 saves. All right. May I not roll a 1? Haha.
Pretty good. All right. The hammerhead trying to take 1 wound off that guy. The railgun, I should say. That hits because it's the +1 hit from Long Strike. And that wounds.
Oh gosh. Okay, we don't get a 4 up. We get 5 up at best if we get the power off. So that's a dead Terminator, and then 2. All right. Boom, boom, boom. So that finishes off you and kills.
Kind of in the story of this game, the hammerhead's been okay, and the non-hammerhead thing has been doing a lot of heavy lifting.
So we got 2 left: Drago and the Librarian, and the Strike Squad member with a single wound.
All right. That's gonna be my turn.
Heck yeah. I don't think I owe any morale checks.
I don't think so either.
For updating the score, because I'm curious what it's going to look like here. So, because you just killed, you got 2 points for killing that on my turn when I charged, and then you get 2 more points for killing that squad.
Yep.
6 points for this squad.
And then the squad back there too.
Because I got to remove them, 8 points. That's 8 points on the third battle round. Not bad at all. That's 4. You're at 14 for a Bore the Witch.
Yeah. I'm gonna max that.
Yeah, that should be easy.
I got 4 for decisive action for holding 1, 2, 3 objectives.
4,
This
and
is not
then
the correct one.
technically not deployed, but we're done. We're done that. Now you just need this one.
I need that one.
So you're at 9 or 12 points.
I'm
for it?
at 9 for 3.
9. Okay. So hypothetically, if we count the 9 before we go into turn 4, so 9, 13, plus 6, 19, plus 8, 27, plus 10, 37. Oh, plus 10, 47, plus 2. You're at 49.
Okay.
You're at 49 at the end of this, and I was at. That was a big swing on points because I wasn't counting the 1. So you're technically total points if the game was to magically end right now is 49. I killed 1 vehicle, which was it 2 points?
2 points. All the vehicles are 2.
But I'm technically 40. So this current score is 49 to 40.
Okay.
And then more of my secondaries again because I have a chance. Bring it down. I'm at 2. Teleport strike. I could ritual. I'm only ritualing for 2 this turn, so I'm gonna get a lot less points there. So this is like I still have a lot of fight left, but I'm gonna lose on points at the end of the game there because I don't have enough push to get like. I'm gonna hold the middle for this turn, probably the last turn. Probably one more turn, maybe, because my characters are obsec as well. For now, until they're dead.
Yeah. Are they obsec?
Yeah, they're obsec because I have a warlord trait on the librarian that makes characters in core obsec.
Sure.
And then I got that guy back there hanging out, holding that objective. Sure, these guys can come over here, shoot them with one dude, charge them maybe. I probably just charge instead.
Probably just take them off. Yeah.
And then fight for the objective there, and then I'd fight over here again and get this back. I'd have that, and have a small desperate hold on the middle. But doing all the math in my head, I'm gonna probably get to about 60 to 65 points, whereas Ben's gonna be about 85 points. So I'll lose about 20 points in the end.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be able to probably almost get max primary.
Assuming, sorry to interrupt.
Actually, that's not quite sure because I'm gonna score a bunch of 8s because you're gonna kill me off there.
Yeah.
I'll get a 12 at the last turn because I get to score at the bottom of the round.
Yes. And you'll get your 12.
I will probably get that objective because my warlord can teleport to it.
The Cold
Or not my
Star.
warlord, the Cold, the commander.
Yeah.
I'm so used to commanders being the warlords, but not anymore. He can jump over there and do it.
Yep.
And yeah, I am going to lose some stuff. I actually think the paladins probably put... How many paladins left down there?
2.
Yeah. So there could probably do some hurt on that ghost kill between Psychic with Drago and that guy's going to probably kill the airplane. But it's... that everybody's really squishy. It just
falls over
kills
dead,
her
yeah.
T6 with 4 armor.
I would have liked... I gambled a little bit too much with my... No, that's not true. The dummy here failed his 7-inch cast twice in a row. And I was going to use him to get some easy ones. I was thinking about doing the Terminators on the 2. But I'm like, I could just go over there, and then if he makes the power, I'm like, dang it. Because they showed up, and then he failed his power. I'm like, okay, I can give it up for 1 turn. And then I didn't expect him to fail again.
Yeah, if the Dread Knight is actually playing the game, it's a bit different. Yeah. But he just didn't get to play the game. And that's part of what happened there, too.
With that, current 9-point lead for Ben and the Tau, and that'll only continue to grow. I will gain points if I play a lot more cautiously, but to really get ahead, I have to play with extreme reckless maneuvers, and that still won't give me the points win, so we'll throw in the towel there. We are going to jump to the credits to show the support all of the members have given us, and then we're going to jump into a post-game, so stick around if you're live, and we'll talk about this game of Warhammer in general, and like all that good stuff. So see you in a second.